but I really don't care what goes on video, to be honest.
Nah, I do, though.
I mean, I've been trying to refer to you as Silver instead of by your real name.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Well, like I said, I prefer to refer to people what they prefer to be called by, not the other things.
Yeah.
Because your real name, you don't get to pick, unless you want to change your phone number and your social security number and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm gonna really, like, say that Beastmen are gonna do well against vampire counts, I might as well put my money where my mouth is. What does this lord have?
Like, now, do you actually mean vampire counts, or did you just
Coast.
Yeah, you did the thing again.
It's hard not to. They fucking...
Yeah, I know. I can't blame you. I'll just point it out every time it happens.
It's just really dumb, because it's fucking... Seriously, that was, like, one of the worst things they could have done. I don't know why they put two, like, very identical names. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It's like, fucking... Like, at least if you're playing the one girl, you're Sartosa.
Right,
like,
you're the Sartosa Pirates.
Fleet. Yeah, call them the Dread Fleet or something. Like, cause, like, especially since Dread Fleet is where you're getting most of these fucking units from. Or at least concepts. And if you don't know what Dread Fleet is, it's Battlefleet Gothic, but in Warhammer Fantasy.
Well, I'm gonna link you to the fucking thing, but
Yeah,
I really hope this works out the way I hope it to. I really should have trimmed down some of the Gorbals. They have a lot of abilities that I don't exactly need them to have. But yeah, the quick battle basically is not, there was a map chosen not by either of us. But I'm getting kind of shafted. Like, there's a big hill in the middle of the map.
Yep.
And you might notice that he has a tree line that I don't have.
Oh. Fuck. Yeah, this sucks.
Like, seriously, I'd love to go through every one of the maps in this game. Like, Creative Assembly actively wanted to provide a list of, like they were like, okay, what can, like, they actually asked in a thread, like, what, they responded to a thread anyway, that was like, what could you give us a list of, like, what maps to remove from the pool? Well, the problem is, like I said, it's easier to list the maps to keep in the pool than the maps to take out, because most of the maps in Total War are shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I already provided, like, my example of what are ideal maps. Like, right now, look I can't use Vanguard deployment on this at all.
No. No.
Because, look, the edges of the map, the best I can do is deploy my troops closer.
Yeah.
I can't put, like, I'd love to put Gores here, or Gores there. I can't.
No.
It's just fucking stupid. Oh, I can't Vanguard Spears. That was... I didn't know. I wasn't aware. Okay. It's fine by me.
Chaos. Oh, you got some centaurs.
Yeah, Centigors. I don't imagine he's gonna let me do this, but I'm gonna try. Oh, fuck here. Okay, so get the first bit of it all tight, and then get the rest of it tight. It's a lot easier. There we go. Basically, the line has almost no gaps. Yeah, see, I knew, like, getting that formation tight was gonna cut me down on time. Okay, and we want these guys to go wide. But I can't exploit anything is the problem.
Yeah.
And I can't Vanguard deploy my leadership, but can't Vanguard deploy Gorbals. This will probably work. Going like that. Okay, so... Right, left? Okay, cool. And...
Shit stomp squad.
He's in the corner of the map. How lovely. I appreciate that he's in the corner of the fucking map. And by that I mean fucking hell, he's in the fucking corner of the map, the fucking cunt. Like he's in the fucking corner of the map.
Yeah.
Like he's just fucking camping in the goddamn corner of the map. He's not actually gonna fight me, he's gonna fucking sit in this goddamn corner of the map. Benefit is, he's wasting ammunition on Centaurs, and I'm doing my best to fucking keep them out of range of a lot of units. Oh, but this is the edge of the fucking map, that's great. Okay, fine, you wanna give me a fucking free charge? I'm willing to take it. Okay, it has a flamethrower? Why does it have a flamethrower? Oh, that's routed. They're terrified, actually. Hopefully I don't get terrified off the map, but it's really hard not to.
I didn't know the Necrofex Colossus had a flamethrower.
No, it's the special one.
Ah.
Gallows Giant. There goes my Centaurs. Guys, if you could engage, like, this way, that'd be great.
Okay, yeah, he does have a couple regiments renowned.
He should lose to this, like, straight up, but I don't know what else he can do. I'm gonna tie up his fucking Necrofex Colossus the best I can. A lot of people on the internet are saying that they have problems with specifically Vampire Coast versus Beastmen because their whole thing is to rush you before they and not eat much fire, basically. Well, they don't really have a choice not to eat much fire when it comes to the... Like, basically, Vampire Coast is optimized in terms of, you know, taking on your units better, like, in the first volley, you know?
Yeah.
So when I'm asking for my units to do better in that, to get past that first volley, it's kind of a big ask. Why are my warriors fleeing though? Is it because they had to pull past? Or what? Oh, Spearfisher's not. I see. Oh, okay. This is looking pretty good so far. Because all those units are routing, and if they're routing, they're crumbling. Centaurs get in there. His Necrofex is taking a lot of damage. I just wish my Gores would do what I want, my Gorbals would do what I want them to do. His artillery is in disrepair. As these pull back, I'm going to get them involved in this. Bring them around to the side. Now you may think I want them to attack this. Not really, but I kind of have to actually. Mainly because of the halberds focusing on the flank. I can pull them out of the halberds though. Warriors are rallying. Nice. Please walk back toward this location. One of my Gorbals got routed. That's very poor. Because I don't have much anti-large other than the Gorbals. I'm hoping that we can manage. Because I just need that, I need that, Necrofex Colossus dead. See, and it just knocked the fucking... Just knocked the Gorbel all the fucking way away from it. Like, completely away. That's not fair by any means. Oh, he quit.
Well, yeah, that Gorbel got fucking knocked the fuck out.
He quit.
Yeah, I just got that. He's a bitch. He's a bitch boy.
Like, that was gonna be a kind of a close fight. Okay, but let's look at this, I guess, by numbers. So, my plan worked in the sense that the Ungor took a lot of the brunt and didn't get very many kills. The Gore Herd got around on the flanks and did 71 kills for a lot of them. 30s are pretty alright, but these are the ones that I'm more looking for. Ungors, these ones were, these were bad. These were a bad choice by me, is what I'm saying.
Ungor's doing work. At least one of them did.
This one got into a low model count unit, so I'm not too worried about it. Like, it did its work. It just got into a low model count unit.
Yeah.
One thing that I didn't notice is he had depth guard. He actually had depth guard, the regiment around version, and then the depth guard. So that was his pole arms, and that's why my Gorbals had such an issue, and my Centigores. But depth guard are only 45 per unit, so the main problem with them is they can't lock down Centigores, because Centigores are about, I think, 45 per unit, and they move really fast, and they're really spread wide formation. Like, their formation in itself is very ruckshot because they're Centigores, basically. They're not like traditional cavalry where they're all tight packed. You can see it a lot with like marauder formations and zombie deckhands and zombies in general. They're very wide set. They don't stand in a very traditional formation. His carronade got off barely any shots because I got in on it early, and actually it caused one of my Ungor herd to be routed because I immediately just sent one on the carronade. It never got to fire because everything was too close to be fired at, or it was being tied up by Ungor herd. My lord actually ended up chasing one of his gunnery units all the way back to routing off the map. These guys, handgunners, you know, black spot. I don't know why he wanted regiments of renown. I mean, I took one, but it was Blackhorn's Ravagers, which they're Gore Herd that have the stats of... They're Gore Herd with shields that have the stats of Gore Herd, and they cause fear. There we go. So I just basically took the best version of Gore Herd I could. I usually don't want Gore Herd with shields because Gore Herd, these were meant to eat up damage and hold the line. These were meant to deal damage. The Gorbals took the Necrofex Colossus down to nothing. But seriously, that fucking Gorbal getting knocked so far away by the thing it's trying to kill. That didn't feel... It might just be a player thing, but it didn't feel right. Because I imagine if that fight went on and like his Necrofex Colossus got to back up and, you know, my unit had to dive, my Gorbal had to dive through the halberds again to hit that unit, and he didn't manage to do it, I would feel robbed. Because he knocked... That's why I wanted the Gorbal's Strong Knees update. I wanted him to not be able to be knocked down anymore. Because if you got a Gorbal, you want him to stand and hit something. But yeah, I think his big thing was this. I don't know why he took so many polearms. Well, he didn't take so many polearms. He took polearm, like, the fact that they're depth guard. I'm going to stop stuttering. The fact that they're depth guard is the issue. If it would have taken deck mob with spears, Or what are they called? Deck
Halberd.
mob with... No, it's not with they're not called with halberds. They're with harpoons, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's weird because
They're
I mean,
still halberd infantry, but
yeah, they're
they
still
have
Halberd.
harpoons.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's something you'd have to own the faction to know.
Well, they're called deck mob with harpoons.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he took... Like, these are the more expensive version of... I guess maybe he was doing, like, a lore bit. Like, maybe he was taking, like, a very lore-centric army. In the sense that he's like, oh, he's Sartosa, so he's going to take a bunch of Sartosa pirates being commanded by Aranus Assault Spite. But these could have been deckhand... these could have been gunnery mob with pistols. Like, I don't fault him for taking pistols. Like, pistols are pretty good. Like, these are armor piercing. I don't know why he has these. Why did he take these? At all.
No idea.
Beastmen have a problem with not being very heavily armored. If he thought I was going to take Bestigor Herd, sure. But why would I against a faction that's just going to shoot me to death?
Mm-hmm.
Am I planning to fight Depth Guard? I don't know. Do you plan to fight Chosen? And also, if I did encounter Chosen, all I'm going to do is take one of these, engage the Chosen, take one of these, wrap it around behind. There's the Chosen dealt with. Because these are damage dealers. They don't say that they're dual sword infantry, like most anti-infantry units do, you know, most blenders. But if you look on the model, these are axe infantry, and if you look on the model, they have dual axes. And they do as much damage as such. Basically, I took all Plague Monks.
Mm-hmm.
These are the Ungor, and these guys are... What are they? It's fine if you don't know.
Yeah, the Ungor or axe and shield?
Well, sure, yes. They'd count as axe infantry. But they have shields, and they're expendable.
Mm-hmm.
So it means if they rout or they die, they don't impact the morale of any units that aren't expendable. Which, honestly, I think I might have... Like, that... I thought that fight was much closer than it was. This would have won the fight. Because these guys have not been touched, and these guys have not been touched. That would have won the fight for me. I don't care if he still had this at the end. These guys would have beat that thing to death. So would have these. These guys, especially. I was like, where the hell's the rest of my anti-large? And, yeah. He just... And then I got people quitting on me, you know? I don't...
Yeah.
I just don't get why he took these. These are handguns. The main thing of these is they have 6 normal damage and 18 armor piercing. As opposed to something like Sartosa Militia that have somewhere around like 28. They have like maybe 2 armor piercing, 28 normal. But these are 90 to a unit. Same to these. 90, 90, 90, 90. You know what these are? 120. 120, 120.
You're missing 40 guns.
90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. 90. I don't, like, Sartosa Militia are great in the campaign because, yeah, you can literally replace your deckhands with them a lot of the time because they're just better copies except for their lower model count, which means you have to account for them to hold the line less often. I don't understand. That Gallows Giant, though, that's up to me. Like, that, I don't account that as, like, oh, that's broken. No, that's me not knowing the roster. I haven't gotten that far in my Pirates of Sartosa campaign. I didn't know they have a special variant that has a flamethrower.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it did what it did. It made
yeah.
it made an infantry unit rout, which I was kind of sad about.
Yeah.
Gorbals did what Gorbals were supposed to do. That's why when that one routed, like, when that one Gorbal got really low and it routed, I was like, okay, but that's what it was supposed to do. It did its damage and then routed. Like, people get mad at playing Skaven, how their entire army routes. It's like, well, was part of your army slaves, or was your entire army clan rats? Because usually, like, most Skaven players I see that are high on the higher end usually have a layer of slaves and a layer of clan rats and stormvermin and such, because I'm sorry, but something has to take that first wave of damage, and it
Mm-hmm.
can't be your clan rats.
I mean, that's why vampire, if like late game vampire count, you still have zombies to tank fire.
Late game vampire accounts, like in the campaign, you usually just replace every. Like, you have so much money, it's you replace every. Like late game chaos is all chosen.
Yeah.
Campaign is ridiculous.
Like in my vampire counts campaign, it's like I have skeletons to tank range fire now.
Basically, the one thing I do nowadays in multiplayer, and I've started doing it anyway now as of this video, I switched to Empire. Because guess what? I'm not playing Empire.
Yeah.
Because I usually switch to Beastmen and then they swap their race, which they usually are like, yeah, I'm gonna play this, and then they swap their race. Which, fuck that. I hate race swapping. Like, play what you're gonna play. This is about my skill versus your skill, not, the faction matchup. So when we start so I picked Ryu, so you're gonna you're gonna swap the Sagat or some shit. I don't know the matchups, but I know Akuma versus Ryu, Akuma wins, like, most of the time. Because Akuma is essentially Ryu, but just better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to practice this matchup more, to be honest. Let me get this matchup. Because he's being Vampire Coast. Now I'm going to go into abilities and get rid of Bloodlust, because I don't need him have that ability. I don't plan on him being my main source of armor piercing. Totem of Rust might be useful. I don't expect him to have a lot of armor, though. Might take a Bray Shaman, but probably not. Now, what abilities can I take off from this? Affects allies in range. That might be good. If I don't plan to Vanguard deploy, but I plan to Vanguard deploy, so let's take that off. What is it? Melee attack? Okay. Yeah, and we're good. Causes terror. That's interesting. Banner of Fallen Kings. That's also interesting. Okay, I have exhausted my amount of gore herd I am allowed to take by the game's rules. Ungore herd. I will take Korok's Man Rippers and some Centigores. Regular Centigores, because I don't expect to be facing armor. And I will upgrade my Gores as much as I can, my Ungores, because I expect them to route. And we will see how this goes. I have Anti-Large, now in the form of Korok's Man Rippers and Gorbles, as opposed to my 2 Ungore Spears that I had before. And he is Vampire Coast. I hate this map. Because it leads to a very much high-low situation. If I go to meet him on the low ground, he goes high. If I go to meet him on the high ground, he might go low. Problem is, it's just either way he's trying to bottleneck me.
Yeah.
There should not be a map, basically, where you have to... where you have a situation where you'll be constantly struggling with position, up and down, up and down, and down. Now here I can actually use Vanguard deployment. I'm happy about this. Because look, I can deploy things here, and it's very close to him. Without Vanguard deployment, I cannot deploy these units. See, as my Gore Herd and my Bowl, which I'm going to probably put here, and put him up like this. I can Vanguard deploy that. He's already got his position locked, so I imagine his formation's not going to be too grand, to be honest. Maybe Centigore high? Like Ungore's over here? I imagine he's going to deploy something like this. I don't know. Okay, if I go with my gut, I think he's gonna be Centigore, like these, like this. I can probably put, like, this. I'm hoping I get this in time, anyway. Like that. Hidden? Yes, hidden. And... okay. Lock. 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 Go. Oh, I didn't lock these. Block. There we go. I'm still debating how much the Ungor will hold here. He has a lot of harpoons. He's gonna eat my charge with the sirens, which that's fine by me. All I'm gonna do is pull out then.
Fuck anyone who says sirens.
He says as he was the first one that I ever heard say sirens.
Yes, that's before I decided that that's a dumb pronunciation.
He has automatically deployed his temporary Bretonians.
Would you rather me stick with the first way I end up pronouncing things? Want me to go back to Frostwyrm?
God, that was dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, you want me to go back to Frostwyrm?
I don't know what that spell is. Oh, he's deploying Rotting Prometheus. I probably lost this, to be honest. He took a lot of high value units that I can't really... I wasn't able to engage with my units on the sides that I wanted to, essentially. I wanted to engage all at once, but I didn't predict that how slow my units would be. Okay, no, put these over here. Problem is I can't really surround him. Yeah, this is just a really shitty map. I don't exactly understand what I'm supposed to do. He didn't take any powder, though, I must say. That is really odd. But then again, you know, there's always the counter meta pick. It's like, you expect me to do this, so I'm gonna take this, which, you know, fair enough. Good shit, we just gotta do our best to dive right for him.
Dark beasts, quick! Going for science! The Centaurs! Push! I can say! Da da what? Lakshayak! Centaurs! Tarshias! Gorbul!
I understand how my Gorbul's constantly getting separated. Well, it's probably just that, which I was trying not to say that, but yeah, it's the front flip. It goes all over the place because front flip. I mean, granted, like, that's kind of the problem with Quick Battle, is that I don't, like, we didn't get to see each other's armies, for example. So, I basically took what was wrong. There's not much I can do with this army because I was expecting another composition. If I was going to do this battle again, I probably wouldn't Vanguard deploy. I'd probably take Bestigor Herd because he took all of these friggin' pole arms. Yeah, he took just a bunch of fucking... See, and that's weird. It's called Zombie Pirate Deckhands Mob pole arms. It's not something about gameplay. That's just a personal matter of mine. I have a gripe with everything being called Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob pistols. Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob handguns. Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob hand cannons.
You see, I would
Zombie Pirate Deckhands Mob, and then you have Zombie Pirate Deckhands polearms, Mob Deckhands Mob polearms, and then you have Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob bombers.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah, I would have phrased it Zombie Pirate Pistol Mob, Zombie Pirate Handgun Mob, Zombie Pirate Hand Cannon Mob.
Okay, but you're playing as vampire accounts. Why is everything Zombie Pirate?
Yeah, I know. It's
why not Deckhands Mob? Like, you could easily, if you want to keep the same naming scheme, you could do Deckhand Mob polearms. Deckhand Mob could be the standard one, and then Gunnery Mob. Why does it Zombie Pirate Gunnery Mob? Like, that's just a fucking mouthful.
You can either go fucking Deckhand Mob or Zombie Mob.
Well, I think if you do Zombie Mob, it kind of loses the pirate, so I would go with Deckhand Mob.
Yeah, it does.
I don't get why the hell this is an issue I've had with the Coast since it was even announced. Why are they vampires?
Because the undead faction in Dreadfleet was led by vampires.
Okay, but why? Apparently, in lore of Warhammer, there are other pirates that are like significant to the lore.
Yeah, but this isn't the pirate DLC. This is the Vampire Coast DLC.
Who was asking for that?
Something I can ask about Diablo Immortal, Fallout 76.
Overwatch's entire in construction.
I'm going to ignore that.
You don't even play it.
Very much.
Very much. Comes back to play it for a day after, and then just abandons it for months on end. When, like, you come back to play it for a day after the new character comes out. This is fun. Leaves for another year. You show up to Overwatch like the dad who left to buy cigarettes. Where's your dad? Oh, he left to buy cigarettes 14 years ago. This is not a good name. Eman Imanvonvahi.
Yeah, I have fuck pronouncing that.
Well, it's kind of one of those pretentious names that I
Also,
talk about.
fuck that map. Holy shit.
What is this map? Ew.
Yeah, the map's disgusting.
Okay, so I'm gonna try taking Malagor here. And he's already started the queue. Wildtide's fine. If I take... He's gonna want to take spears. Take some of these, those, one of these. Get a Gorble.
Like, I'm gonna go upstairs for him to try and attack. Yeah, with combo attack. Yeah, he's ready.
Okay, so he's playing as Throgback, which I would expect to see Throgback.
The shit brick house with a shit brick house on a stick.
He's not that much of a shit brick house. He's just a troll. Like
He's a
troll.
without morale issues.
He's gonna have arrow issues in a second. So the question is with Norshka, how many big monsters is he gonna take, or is he gonna go Marauder champions and shit like that? Is he gonna go
God,
Zerkers?
this map is fucking disgusting.
We're all wet.
Course, chaos, craft.
I'm pretty sure when Beastmen first
God,
came
the
out.
Lizardmen would love this fucking map.
Angors.
Why is that?
Because a lot of their units have aquatic, which means they take no penalties for moving or fighting in water.
Then that means Pirate Coast would have fun with that too.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of their units have no problem with not fighting in water. They want to be in water because they're pirates, and yet they can never fight on the high seas.
Unless they're boarding a black Earth.
Yes. Which then, even then, they're fighting on land, not the high seas. Okay, we're just gonna... Okay, so we're dealing with, of course, armored skin wolves. I was like, please not armor?
You're never gonna get unarmored skin wolves. Armored skin wolves are better.
Yeah, but they're expensive. That's why people take...
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm dealing with is he has a lot of monsters, and that is all. He has javelin throwers, and that is all.
I mean, Throgback is the Monster King.
It doesn't mean anything in multiplayer.
Yeah,
Just saying.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I
to
know.
say that is stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so he's got 3 Marauders coming up on my flank here. Problem is, I do need to approach forward. He is running at me, by the way. I need to get my... I need to get my spears on the other side really fast. Light up his lord. Light up his lord. Brace. Spears. Give them a morale penalty for fighting from behind. He has a shit ton of marauders that I couldn't see up over the hill. Like, this is really bad in the sense that I couldn't see these going over the hill. No, 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 no. You don't get to assist with that fight. Okay, this is looking better, but we'll see. Okay, he's charged my Gorbel. I'm gonna pull him out. I'm putting in Korok's Man Rippers because the Skin Wolves are anti-large. Here comes the anti-large. They're trying to get into my back lines. That's fine by me because they'll be sealed in on both sides. Okay, spears. Spears. Or halberds, I mean. Where are my other Vestigor? Vestigors need to get in conflict. We do need the Gorbals. The Gorbal needs to fight the... Actually, no. Keep on the... Where's Malagor? Malagor, you need to keep safe. Almost all of the Norscan line is routing because of morale penalties from getting attacked in the rear. Okay.
Cloven ones. Doxy.
Spears, brace. Missiles, focus the giant. Krog's Man Rippers. Malagor, how you doing, bud? Get on them. I've got to keep Malagor safe is the problem.
Cloven ones.
Oh wow. That fight was over. That fight was over. That happened. I did not expect that to happen. Like, seriously, that was a fight. But he lost because all of his... What the fuck are these? I always see these. Oh, it's a Norscan giant. Why does he look like he hit every tree on the... He hit every branch on the fugly tree. Like, seriously, he looks like a normal goddamn giant. Like, in the game. But his icon is so fucking weird.
Yeah, no idea.
I keep on thinking he's another unit. But yeah, Marauders. Marauder with javelins. So, what here should he have not taken, Galden? Let's make this into a silver. Well, let's take this into a learning experience. What should he have not taken in his army?
Well, I don't see much point for the Marauders with javelins.
Why is that?
Because they have nothing large to kill.
I do have large to kill, but I don't have a lot of large to kill, no. Also, but Beastmen also have a lot of large options, but it's
Yeah.
widely known that you shouldn't take Minotaurs.
Yeah.
Because
He
Minotaurs,
also
being
shouldn't
great,
have-
people everybody
he also
tries for them.
shouldn't have. He also shouldn't have taken the armored skin wolves because
Same reason.
yeah.
Whatever the hell this is. Ice Trolls.
Yeah, the ice
Why
trolls.
specifically the Ice Trolls? Like, I know what they do, but why does he need Ice Trolls?
Yeah, I mean he could have just taken normal trolls and they're cheaper.
I mean, hell, he could have... Imagine this. He scraps these,
Mm-hmm.
scraps that,
Mm-hmm.
armored Chaos Trolls.
75% sure Norska can't get armored chaos trolls.
That's really shitty, if that's true. But yeah, look at all... But look at... Like,
Yeah, Norska doesn't
if I,
have armored trolls.
if I was him, I would have taken Marauder Champions.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're a decent unit size.
Yeah.
Like, their size is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
The often, and I see it from Space Goon a lot, and I see it from like Zerkovich's army fights, just like his multiplayer battles.
Mm-hmm.
Berserkers
Yeah.
and Marauder Champions is usually the
Yeah.
standard front line of a
Yeah.
multiplayer Norska.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
of course, in
you-
campaign, you're always going to have that. Like, this looks like... Honestly, the way this inspires me, like, the inspiration for this just looks like... This is about your turn 20-ish army in campaign.
No, you have more berserkers. Because I'll tell you this from my campaigns playing as Norska.
Yeah, sure.
Before
You have more expertise in that, sure.
before the Vampire Coast update dropped. I just compared stat-wise berserkers and regular marauders. Literally, the only difference is berserkers are better, but don't have shields.
Well, that's going to make a huge difference if what you're fighting actually has missiles.
Yeah, but against Beastmen, where yes, they have missiles, but they're kind of crappy missiles, and what you need is a better way to.
Keeping in mind, the Ungor Raiders
Yeah.
peppered this to death, peppered these to death, peppered that to death.
How did they only have 3 and 2 kills then?
Because Throg counts as 1. This counts as 1.
Yeah, but while the Ungor Raiders were shooting at.
Like, I will
Throg
take you up on that. Like, they fired on the trolls, and they routed the trolls without killing a model. They did, however, kill some skin wolves, but like you said, it is a low number.
Yeah. But meanwhile, while the Ungor Raiders are chewing through them, the Berserkers are ripping your front line to shreds.
See, that isn't what... Oh, yeah, well, okay, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, Gorehurt. I could, and this is strictly from CA, basically Creative Assembly, and I'm not gonna burn anybody at the stake here. Don't think I'm about to say something bad. I couldn't take more than 6 Gorehurt. I took 4 on accident. Basically, what I did is I took 6, and then I pumped it up with Goreherds with shields, and then I went to take, and then I sat there. I'm like, wait, I need a Gore Bull, so I took out 2 Goreherd, not thinking that I should take out 2 Goreherd and just, you know, leave it at that. So this is an accident by me. I meant to take more, like these 2 should be Goreherd.
Yeah.
But also I should have taken that Regent of Renown version of the Goreherd with shields. Because it just causes fear.
Yeah.
Routing sooner is
But yeah,
easy.
like with just this battle in particular, looking at both armies, I would rather have Berserkers than Marauders.
Well, definitely.
Because with Berserkers, I mean with Marauders, you're saying, please shoot at my front line because they have shields, so my monsters can work over the army. And you can just choose not to do that, like you did, and win. But if you take monsters and Berserkers, you're giving the enemy an ultimatum.
Well,
Fire
what
on the
happened...
Berserkers,
I
so
actually...
the monsters can chew up the line. Or
Okay,
fire on
sorry.
the
Go ahead
monsters
and go ahead and do what you're doing.
You're giving the enemy an ultimatum. Shoot at my monsters and let the Berserkers chew up the front line, or shoot at the Berserkers and let the monsters chew up the front line. You lose either way.
Mm-hmm.
He gave you a win, when if you take Berserkers, there is no real win against an army that can't pepper things down with range.
Well, I want to show... to say something that happened in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Bestigors fought monsters at one point.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about Korog's Man-Rippers, the halberd version of Bestigor herds.
Yeah.
Like, these directly fought these. You can see how that engagement went. Korog's Man-Rippers fought these Skinwolves. See how that went?
Okay, yeah, I was waiting for the video to catch up so I could see where you were pointing when you
Oh,
said these
okay.
fought these.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. But yeah, the skin wolves.
You see how that engagement went. They lost wholesale. And look at Korog's Man-Rippers. They're fine.
Yeah. One might say they traded evenly, but then you remember skin wolves have a low model count, so no, they very much did not.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about... I'm not talking about Bestigor herd. I'm talking about these. Wait for it to catch up, and...
Warhammer Man Rippers?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
You may say they traded evenly. No, they didn't. Look at their health.
Yeah, but like that's what the model thing. Like they have less models to lose. So the fact that you killed 22 of them puts them at basically 0 health.
Well, I'm just saying, like, health-wise, this Skin Wolves, the one that has 26 kills, plus the Korog's Man-Rippers, they lost nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. Like, it was literally like a flawless victory for them against the Skin Wolves. And Bestigors did fight both a giant for a while, mainly because I didn't have enough anti-large, and, you know, these Ungor spear herds routed eventually, which they're dependable for what they're good for.
Yeah, which is just tar-pitting the giant.
Well, and also doing a bunch of anti-large.
Yeah.
Which they actually never fought the giant. The giant didn't get involved much. I mainly had the front line, and that's why a lot of the front lines really hit to shit because of the giant.
Yeah.
The Marauders lost every engagement with my Gore herd. As you can see, I have a lot more kills as opposed to his.
Yeah.
1, my front line was bigger. 2, he had missiles taking up half of it. So the Marauders, I'm going to stop pointing. The Marauders routed.
Yeah.
And then the Javelins got engaged in melee almost instantly because the Marauders were getting shredded by... Think of the Gore herd much like you would use Plague Monks.
Yeah.
The Gore herd are meant to tear through infantry really fast, especially if they're low armor, garbage infantry, like Marauders.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if he would have had Berserkers, the longer he stayed in combat, the worse for you.
Well, in the same case, the Gore herd are meant to end the conflict fast, so I don't know how they would have performed, but they definitely would have performed better. I don't know the Norshka that much. All I know is fucking mammoths.
I know that they would have started off the combat a little bit better than the Marauders would, and the longer the combat went on, the better and better they would get.
Yes.
So yeah.
Something I'm actually doing is, for instance, I'm playing as Vampire Coast right now, just to understand the army more as well, and plus I'm actually enjoying the campaign. I plan to play as Lizardmen, because Lizardmen, whenever I encounter them in the campaign, I am baffled on how to fight them and what their strengths are. Like, I've watched the Zerkovich video on their army, but I feel like I won't understand them until I play as them and eventually get my ass kicked by something. Because when I fight against, like, I mean, hell, last time we went up against Lizardmen, I still don't know how exactly to fight them. I know how to fight them as Skaven, but Skaven's kind of awkward in the sense that you can just deploy Plague Monks, deploy Plague Claws, and that's it. You can clear them out by ending the fight early, but as Beastmen, how would I end the fight early? For example, how would I deal a lot of damage to the Lizardmen quickly and indirectly? Because a lot of, like, I don't want to fight them. I want to murder them before the battle even starts.
Yeah, which is pretty much the smart way to deal with Lizardmen.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, Empire has a way. I could take Cygors, but, you know, that I'm having dinosaurs run at me that are good at anti-large. Like, Carnosaurs would close that distance really fast and kill the Cygor. It's a very interesting engagement. Now, I actually want to do this. I actually managed to save that replay. I want, like, you can feel free to direct the camera wherever you wish when this is, like, I'll keep it at a general view of the battle. Feel free
Yeah.
to fucking...
Comment on...
Well, no, just, like, if you want me to zoom in on anything, anywhere, like...
yeah.
Like, let me know, and I'll...
With a little bit of a delay.
It's fine. It'll be fine. You're not too far behind. I actually have it set so the resolution's a little bit better. So for the delay, I can actually change that rate.
Yeah, I've noticed the resolution's good. It's really good.
Yeah, I made it better. It's low latency, so you have a little bit of delay instead of ultra low latency, where I found it was just way too low of a resolution. So I was just I spent the first bit of this fight a little baffled at what to do. So he got it.
Front line is just completely fuck massive.
He got, well, I'm planning to beat him, you know, like, I'm Beastmen. I planned to outmaneuver him. But you see how he got a maneuverable, like, he got a movement advantage for a bit, because I was just confused.
Yeah.
Because he took such a small army, and also, I wasn't expecting... Also, I was examining his units on what I was actually fighting, where I should position things. So...
I really want to see the impact of these trolls.
Okay, let's do it. Showing impact of trolls. And one thing I want to note, look at... I instantly I sent these Ungor Spearmen running over to the other side because he has no big units on on the right flank, only the left. And you notice, he may think he's winning this, he's losing this pretty damn hard. Because he's surrounded. These might not all be anti-large, but he's taking some shit.
Yeah, and trolls are really bad if you get at their morale, and that's the best way to get at them. Surround them and shoot them.
Once again, I'm going to keep a general view until you say much.
Yeah.
I've activated the abilities on my Gorbel, and he is going in. He's getting Throg back.
What's that? Regiment Renown that's fighting your Great Axes.
That is, I don't even know. Icehorn Marauders.
Okay, yeah, not the best thing for the Great Axes to go with, for the rare weapons to go into, but they don't really have much else to fight.
You talking about the Bestigors?
Yeah, the Bestigors with Great Axes. It's like the best thing they could fight really is the Armored Skinwolves, and it looks like the Armored Skinwolves are going to them, so...
Yep. Well, what I did is I applied the Bestigors to the main fight with the rest of the Gore Herd, just because I was like, if I win like the main infantry engagement, there's nothing he can do. Yeah. I can focus all my units on his large.
Yeah, and you just have that one unit off in the corner fighting that one unit of Marauders, and you're handing them their asses.
Yeah, and as soon as the Marauders have all routed, I just pull back the Bestigors saying, hey, wait, isn't this pure damage? Pure damage still good against large.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the game.
Oh, it's actually not over yet. That's the weird part. This is where I thought it was over. As you can see, that giant is still wrecking up the front line.
Yeah.
But I minimized its losses by giving it one unit to chew on.
Yeah.
Instead of throwing everything at it, one unit to chew on. As you can see in the far off, I'm bringing back the Bestigors and the Gore Herd over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a little wary of losing my Gorbel. I didn't actually notice this. Right now he is javelining my Gorbel.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the best thing he can do, since Gorbel's large.
Well, I was wondering how my Gorbel got so low. I figured it was just the mix of Skin Wolves with Throg.
Yeah. I mean,
as you can see, I'm keeping Malagor. I pulled him back from the front line. I didn't know that he was in the front line, but it was really sketchy. I actually did lose track of my Lord. But as you can tell, I'm keeping him inside a unit.
A terrible... Okay, yeah, in the back, you have some Skin Wolves fighting some, I'm gonna guess, Gore?
Yes.
Gore? Yeah, he's throwing javelins into that.
He's hitting his own Skin Wolves.
Yeah, he's hitting his own large unit with anti-large.
Where exactly are you referring to? I know it's probably past, but...
Yeah, just kind of in the back there with that one unit of Gore that's fighting a Marauder unit now.
Yeah, those are just gore herd, so those are dual
Yeah.
axe infantry.
Yeah, he fucking routed his own skin wolves.
Ah. Oh yeah, because right, he had several javelins throwing into that melee.
Yeah, he did, and the fucking skin wolves were between his javelins and the gore, so they just ate shit in the back.
Yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah, that's pretty bad because just larger units get hit by missiles more.
Yeah, he just killed his own unit of fucking skin wolves.
Especially because of the mass of or the
it's
volume of missiles going in is more prone.
So already we have like a kind of poor unit composition, but that could be forgiven with good play. But then he has.
I don't know, man.
Javelins.
It's hard to recover from 6 javelins.
Yeah, it really is. But then he has his own javelins murdering his unit of skin wolves.
Yeah, but I don't like only Vampire Coast can provide that massive missile line and then just say, yeah, this is fine.
Yeah.
Like Vampire Coast, when you do get to play them, like Zerko says, if you have issues with them in a fight, he's still trying to come up with the army guide for them, but in his videos where he's tried to detail how they play, if you are, so far he said, if you're having an issue fighting with them, it's probably that you don't have enough missile units. Which I've seen a lot of that with the pistols can fire while moving.
Mm-hmm.
And how many times I've seen an entire line of units run at my front line. I'm like, oh god, here they come. They're going to run into the pistols, and then they just rout. Because handguns are behind the pistols, and pistols actually fire much faster than handguns. Oddly enough. Which makes sense in my eyes. Because I view the handguns like muskets. If that makes sense. But yeah, you see how that fight just suddenly ended.
Yeah.
I was really... That's traditional chaos mass rounding. Like, I know it's Norshka, but... That... Oh, one thing to note.
Yeah.
Throg did not die.
No, he ran away. He broke and ran.
I thought he died, and that's what caused the mass rout.
No.
So I guess he must have reached the edge of the map and routed, and then basically when that happens, it accrues a penalty to all units map-wide.
Yeah, it's basically the same.
Leader routed.
Yeah, it's basically.
Oh no, it's much worse if your leader dies.
Yeah.
If your leader is slain, I think that's minus 30 to your morale. If your leader routs, I think it's minus 10.
I mean, it's still bad.
I know, no, you're right on that. I'm just saying, like, if I would have killed that, it'd be vampires up in here.
Yeah, just the fact that it's instantaneous and map wide makes it terrible.
Well, especially for Norshka and Chaos, because Chaos is Norshka is basically a bastardized Chaos, in my eyes.
Yeah.
But Chaos has Norshka has low morale.
Yeah.
They have a problem with routing.
Like, most of his monsters, other than the giant and that one unit of skin wolves, are relatively fine.
I was wondering why his frontline routed so fast, but then when I look at the numbers, it's not. It's kind of plain.
Also,
they were fighting Gore Herd, which Gore Herd are tier 2 infantry, and are not to be fucked with. Especially because they were the infantry blender version.
Yeah, and now we know the particular reasons of why that one unit of skin wolves got absolutely fucked.
Yeah, it wasn't even me.
Yeah, it wasn't even you. He did that himself.
Why the hell he had skin wolves fighting Gore Herd? I have no clue. He could have kited that Gore Herd with the javelins. Like, even on skirmish mode, they would have effectively kited. Like, he wouldn't have to micro that at all, and it would have effectively kited that Gore Herd to death.
Like, the only thing in your army I would have sent the skin wolves after is the Gore Bowl.
Yeah, which I sent my Gore Bowl into the skin wolves.
Yeah, which is the exact opposite of what you should be doing.
No. They provide. The main reason why I did that is because Ungor spears are fairly low morale, and they have tendency.
Okay. You wanted something.
I wanted the Gore Bowl to encourage them, and he also gives them more melee attack and more charge attack.
Also, he's something for the skin wolves to beat on while the spears.
Well, no, I actually just wanted them for support, and basically I wanted them hitting the spears.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for the most part, they were hitting the spears. The only thing that actually got the Gorbel low was javelins. Which, the javelins better do something.
Yeah.
You know, at least they got the Gorbel low, but that's about all they did.
Yeah, javelins are really good about killing large things. The problem is you only had one large thing, so they only had one thing they're good at killing.
And the worst part is
javelins are subpar.
Probably the worst part is you have to look at this. 90 per... Well, I'm going to stop pointing. All the gores with shields and gore herd themselves are all 90 per unit.
Yeah. They're 90 per
so,
unit. And
90 per unit.
Formation?
What? What's up?
Aren't they loose formation too?
You can make them tight or loose. It's not like a button, but you know in...
Yeah.
But they're not a very loose formation, no.
Mm.
They have a pretty standard formation.
That is also a factor with javelins, just because of how few get actually thrown.
But what I'm saying is they're 90 per unit, and if you look at the javelins, they all got about barely 30.
Yeah.
So that's how much damage they did. With the Marauders, they got about barely 30. Like, I'm saying their best they got was about 30, which is saying that they didn't do much to the unit. They didn't get 60 losses, which would be a majority of the unit taken care of.
Like, the Marauders can provide a front line, but you can't rely on them to do most of the damage. But the things he relied on doing most of the damage, he either A, killed himself, or B, threw into spears.
Or let get fucking torn apart by missiles. Remember that, because the giant just got shot down by those, and I air quotes, shitty Ungor raiders.
Yeah, and it was like, I don't understand why you would take javelins against beastmen unless you were expecting stuff like giants and minotaurs.
Giants, Cygors, Minotaurs, Centaurs. But Centaurs you really shouldn't, you know.
If he wanted ranged units, he should have either gone Horse Masters or Axe Throwers.
I'd probably go Axe Throwers, to be honest. Just because of what I've seen them do.
Yeah.
They're armor piercing, but then again, you don't... like, Beastmen units are not awfully...
Yeah,
their main weakness is armor.
Yeah. They also throw faster, and the fact that...
They throw faster than javelins? I'm not talking about, let me clarify. I'm not talking about Norscan javelin throwers. I'm talking about Marauder horsemen that throw spears.
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
You see the confusion? Because basically what the horse throws is basically a javelin.
Yeah, no, the Marauder Horsemasters are javelins. But no, I was talking about...
But they don't do anti-large, is the deal. Marauder horsemen do not throw anti-large projectiles.
No, they don't, which is really weird considering they're the same as Marauder Hunters javelins.
Well, the difference between a javelin and a spear, I've heard, is that it's mainly just the tip and the length of the spear. Like, a javelin often has a thicker tip. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure last time I've ever heard of something about javelins. I don't look up javelins often. But yeah, by the way, the only thing I did with Malagor was provide leadership aura, and I casted the Devolve, which lowers leadership and does minor damage in an AoE. But I didn't cast it on the Marauders. I wanted to, but then the Marauders routed so fast that the javelin throwers were the front line at that point. And I casted it on the Trolls, Throg, and Skinwolves.
Yeah.
Which Trolls, they routed instantly. Because I'm pretty sure Trolls have 30... Like, 30... Let me actually check that. They have ridiculously low morale, so much so that if they get artillery bombarded early on...
Yeah, they're just...
Leadership 40. Yeah, so I was close. I thought they had 35,
Yeah.
which is just ridiculously low. But yeah, I mean, to be to my chagrin, something I would have taken in that army of his, Mirror Warriors.
Yeah, he could have used something a little more, I don't know, armored or chunky.
Well, think about it. Goreherd aren't anti-large, and
yeah, you have.
I didn't have much anti-large.
Yeah.
So if he took a dedicated, like, say his front line was Famir, or even replace the Skin Wolves with Famir.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. He took, like, this is why I say I'm surprised that he has armored Skin Wolves.
Yeah.
Because look how cheap Skin Wolves are.
Yeah. Regular skin wolves are so fucking cheap.
And they're
still
really
anti-large.
useful. And they have frenzy. And they have regeneration. Meanwhile, and they're fast. For non-cavalry, they're very fast.
Yeah, they're real fast.
But these are slower, have armor, and they're so much more expensive.
Yes. And like even if you still are taking
Like
skin
that,
wolves,
like 400 is Marauders. 450
Yeah.
is Marauder Spearmen. 525, Marauders are great weapons. By the way, this is a very underrated unit a lot of the time. But I see people take these all the time because they do so much more than you expect them to. Like back when you played Chaos, like back when Chaos was being played a lot, and Norshka wasn't in the game. Oh, you're not on the stream.
I am. It's just Marauders are great weapons.
Yes.
Yeah.
These things, like back when Chaos was the only one that had these, Marauders with great weapons get so much dumb shit done. Like literally, you can have them fight like Chaos with great you can have them fight Chosen with great weapons, and they'll do decent damage to them.
But yeah,
They won't win, of course, but
fucking go check out the difference between regular Marauders and Berserkers stat-wise. There is not a lot of difference.
15, 80, 37, 40, 24. Weapon strength 52. I imagine. No. Wow. They have very little of that is armor piercing, to be honest. But they have a bonus versus infantry. And 15, 60, 35, 34. They have much. The Marauders have more melee defense, so they'll hold for longer.
Yeah.
90 to a unit, 75 to a unit. Wow, the Marauders actually have more armor piercing.
That's a little surprising.
Not really. I mean, seriously, like Ungor's Spearherd have more armor piercing than I think it's Ungor Raiders. It's really odd, but it happens. But yeah, Marauder Champions, for instance, 1,000, and they're still 75 a unit. Like, look at that. That is a lot of staying power. That is 53 melee defense.
Yeah.
That unit is holding.
Yeah.
And then fucking 9, not great, but you don't need that armor piercing versus Beastmen. Except for the Bestigors, which you could easily beat the Bestigors by wrapping around.
Yeah.
Like, armored units aren't this impervious thing that you have to man fight. You can easily just, if they get attacked in the back, they fall apart.
Yeah. But you can see, if you wanted a line to just stay there and be a line, you should have taken Marauder Champions. If you wanted a line to kill, you should have gotten Berserkers.
Well, this is what I often see. Just that. But they usually.
What that is.
I know. I'm waiting. But yeah, usually just but they don't put all on one side. For example, they intermingle them. They put one, then the other, then the other, then they they leapfrog it.
One will hold, the other will kill.
Well, no, not one will hold, the other will kill. Just they intermingle them so you can't react to one side or the other. Because if you have Berserkers, you could easily just pull one side of your army to the other side, and the other side of the army that can deal with them to the other side. You could. Yeah. That's why you don't put cavalry, like all your cavalry. Like, for instance, he put all his monsters on the left side. So that made the fight very easy for me.
Yes.
Because all I had to do was Korog's Man-Rippers over there, Gorbals over there, Spears over there. Rest of his army that I can deal with easily, keep doing. Also, one thing he should have done is taken some cavalry and actually he should have taxed me, as I call it. He should have taxed my ability to micro.
Yeah.
He did not in any way tax my ability to micro, because I could leave that entire front line. I just didn't fuck with it because it was gonna win either way. Meanwhile, that monster side, you saw a little bit of micro, which I actually was quite proud of myself. You know, not to toot my own horn, but you saw instantly the Ungor Spear Herd. Like, I hated that the Gore Herd took the charge of the trolls, but that was unavoidable. In my opinion, I think that there was no way I was gonna suddenly move the spears in front of the trolls and then have them charge it still. But you saw I moved the Ungor Spearmen around the back because I wanted to trap Throg.
Yeah.
He managed to pull him out, but he was worse for wear when it happened. Which, that's the best I can do. I mean, he has a lot of mass.
Also, the Regiment of Renowned Berserkers are fucking great.
Are they? Let me see. Comparing stat-wise to normal. And there's 6... Okay, is that worth it? They have perfect vigor, for one.
Yeah. That's
but
right.
is that different in terms of stats? It seems like they're immune to psychology. Because I'm pretty sure that's what that icon means. They have stock.
Oh, no. You're looking at the Icehorn Marauders. I'm talking about the Regiment of Renowned Berserkers.
Well, you said Legend of Renowned Marauders. That's why I was confused.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, but can you... Like, I would never take these, if I was going to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, the Icehorn Marauders are better.
I think they have Berserk or Rage. Yeah, they have... Oh, every Norscan unit practically has Rage.
Yeah.
But as for these, yeah, they have Rage on steroids, for one. Because they have, instead of Rage, it's Berserk.
Yeah.
Which, I ponder how well Goreherd do against Saurus Warriors. Because, like I said, we take Plague Monks and Plague Claws to deal with them. How well would just a massive line of Goreherd and just flank around the sides do?
That is the one downside of, like, if you didn't read the things they get when they Berserk, stage 3 Berserk, they get Rampage.
Which I have converted you over to Berserk is bad.
Iffy about.
Oh yeah? What about the reverse kill box? What if we use the reverse kill box against a rampaging unit that can't stop itself from charging the unit that's pulling back into a gunnery line? By the way, that tactic is just still so cool to me, but it's like so dumb in the sense that it's like, why aren't we doing this? It's such a simple thing, which I'm gonna tell you, a lot of commanders that I've fought probably wouldn't pull back that unit that follows the unit through the gunnery line. And then you saw where he moves all of it, he like moves his guns to fire it onto the exposed flanks of the combat now that the middle has broken out. That's so smart. And then he takes one gunnery line and focuses them all to the left side and pulls the left side out. Just Jesus Christ, the massacre. You know, it makes so much sense. It makes me giddy. Anything going on chat-wise? No.
Nope.
We've had up and downs in viewership. Ah, I see you linked me to a javelin.
Yeah.
That is a stick with... Yeah, it has a very long tip, sir.
Yeah. To be fair, that's the Roman Pilum, and it's designed to break once it hits the shield specifically, so the enemy can't pull it out and throw it back.
But yeah, if I was my enemy, I would have taken a chariot.
Yeah.
But chariots require a lot of micro, and people don't like that. Because chariots, you can't ever leave them in a conflict. You have to cycle charge them retardedly fast.
Then there's Norscan Ice Wolf chariots.
Yeah, which... Same thing with Razorgore chariots, except for Razorgore chariots have a high amount of armor piercing. I don't know about Norscan Ice Wolves.
I know they have the Frostbite. That thing, anything with the
Isn't
word
it slow and reduce armor?
I know it slows, I don't know about the armor. I'll have to look.
Because I remember when we fought the Lizardmen, I took best Dagors against Saurus, and I think that was the exact opposite of what I should have done. It was hard to judge, to be honest. Which I should just play as a legitimate in campaign and see what the hell their units are. It's just really, it's a lot to dedicate to it because you have to fucking go into a campaign match. You have to go into a campaign, choose the right structures to build, and then you have to build the right units and make sure you're assaulting something at the right time. Enough that you can get like good 20-40 turns in, and then you have to see what late game units do and how effectively they can blob up. And like, people keep on thinking that this rotting, I don't understand why people were getting fascinated with this rotting corpse. They were like, oh man, it's a unique unit. It's like, it's uniquely trash. Like, I don't ever see it doing its business. Like, if I ever wanted, like, oh man, there's this rotting corpse. Why don't I just, like, if it's Vampire Coast versus Vampire Coast, send a deckhand mob against it. The moment it gets involved in melee, it'll explode. Which is really bad, by the way. Like, that unit could be a million times better if it wasn't instant detonated upon engaged in melee. Like, I don't mean engaged in melee with the enemy. I mean engaged in melee, period. It detonates.
I'm actually gonna have to get in the game to check what Frostbite exactly does, because every fucking wiki thing is unhelpful and just gives you the description. Oh yeah, it greatly reduces their speed. Well, what the fuck exactly does that mean in gameplay terms, you asshole?
But what does that mean?
Stop
Psychosomatic.
giving me the mathematician's answer.
Psychosomatic. What does that mean?
Stop giving me the mathematician's answer. I know that's correct, but it's unhelpful. And just so I know for fact, like, I know I don't have any mods that fucking change.
I don't think you do, to be honest.
No, I don't, so I'm not even gonna fucking bother, whatever.
Anti-large, some pepper. Always gonna need some pepper. Should I take Razor Gores? The problem is they rampage. Oh wait, that everything's gonna be fine one day. Too late, just as. What do we got for a map? Very flat. How fast are... Wow, Centaurs are really fast. Cause fear? Yeah, causes fear. Problem is if Razor Gores get hit, they could go into a rampage immediately. Yeah, so I can't afford it. Got a Gorble. He's got his stuff.
Oh yeah, fucking Tancer's roommate was helping me figure shit out for, like, you know, just what my computer needs, and help me figure out what motherboard I have. Because apparently that required me taking the side of the case off and sending him pictures of a certain part. Because Specky, the program he got me to download to just, like, check the hardware and see what it fucking was without opening it, could only detect my motherboard as Lenovo. It's like, great, that's fucking helpful.
You know there's a Windows 10 thing for fucking checking your system, right?
Yeah, and guess what? That told me too. Lenovo.
God, what kind of generic fucking thing do you have?
Exactly, generic.
Like, Windows should tell you that. I don't...
Like, just to find, like, the fucking... What was it? I still have this on my phone.
Ah, that seems really weird.
Yeah, no, it's just because... Yeah, just to find the fucking... serial number, I had to fucking go into the BIOS. Type in a thing to get the manufacturer product serial number.
Keep in mind, we're on stream, so be a little...
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not saying anything more specific than that. But yeah, it's like, We also learned that I have half as much RAM as my graphics card needs, so I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, let's...
Yeah, like I told you, man, it's not about just getting a graphics card. It's about learning where your bottleneck is.
But yeah, and right now that's the RAM. I have two 4 megabyte.
If
Yeah,
there's
gigabyte.
anything I've learned about building computers, it's all about, like, you could be like, man, I got the biggest fucking graphics card there is, or my processor's amazing. But if you
I got
don't,
two cards and I linked them together and I jammed it in there, it's just still crap.
it's like, man, I got 3 wheels and fucking the highest engine. It's like, yeah, but you need 4 wheels.
I mean, I got a fucking liquid cooling system, but I replaced the coolant with vodka.
Not sure how well that would work.
Actually, fucking unsurprisingly, a guy on YouTube called Boris did that, and it worked surprisingly well. Actually, better
That's
than
why I
the
was
coolant
kind of
came
like,
with.
I'm not sure how well that would work, because it's kind of,
Yeah, but fucking...
it's
it
not
actually-
exactly awful, but it's not, you know, it's not designed for it.
What the fuck?
Because I'm pretty sure vodka tries to stay as cool as possible, like on its own.
Yeah, it retains cold.
It retains cold. That wording just is weird.
Yeah,
It
I know.
retains cold.
Okay, yeah, even fucking... I went to the Frost Wolves.
I swear to
They
God.
don't have a thing at the bot, like they have Hide Force, Causes Fear, Missile Resistance, but they don't have Frostbitten, even though Frostbite is in the thing. The only thing that has Frostbite in the thing, but also has fucking something at the bottom to tell you what it actually does, is the Frostworm. And the Frostworm is minus 36% movement speed and in a 40-meter meter radius around itself.
I swear to God, if this guy is just in the corner, I'm gonna be mad. I'm serious. If this guy is just in the corner, I'm gonna be... Holy fuck, that's a huge ass line. It's
So-
beautiful.
Marauder Icewolf Chariots cause fear and have rage.
As long as I'm not in range of his guns, I might as well... No. I was opposite of what I said, boys. Boys!
Boyos.
Start walking. I'm saying, while we're not... Like, you can start walking.
Oh yeah, Ice Trolls. Where are those?
What in the world is this army? He's got... Oh, those are all... Okay, I was gonna say, some of those have to be deck droppers, right? I was gonna say, some of those had to be deck droppers.
I was also looking at the thing because it was saying like should Norse and Ice Wolves have a weakness to fire since other frostbitten units usually do? And I'm looking at this and I'm like, yeah, the only frostbitten unit that has weakness to fire is Norse and Ice Trolls because trolls, dipshit. I'm not calling you a dipshit.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, back to the computer thing. Like I have two 4 gigabyte cards in there, but thankfully I have 2 open slots, and my card needs 16 gigs at least. So we're either gonna do one 8 gig card for like $70, or like $79, or 2 4 gig cards for 40.
Oh, yeah, I forgot his lord is the thing on fucking...
I can't remember what fucking website I went to, but it's just the bottleneck checker, and I fucking opened up the fucking specs for my computer on the Windows 10 thing, and just looked at it there. And most of it's my processor providing the bottleneck, but I can't really fix that without replacing, you know, everything.
Yeah, that's computers in a nutshell. A lot of shit can't be replaced without replacing everything.
Yeah. But then I went down and it's like, oh hey, your graphics card, yeah, has half the amount of RAM it fucking needs to work effectively. I'm like, oh yeah, let's work on that then.
I am surprised. Felbats or deck droppers actually dealt with the cavalry fairly well. My Ungor Raiders got routed by bats, which, you know, not exactly surprising.
Rotting Leviathan.
Oh wow, Centaurs were... He must have microed that unit then.
Oh yeah, the Centaurs breaking from the halberds.
Yeah, he must have microed those around, which I'm surprised, because zombies are usually slow.
Zombie pirate deckhand mob with pole arms.
Yeah. They weren't called harpoons. I thought they were called harpoons, because that makes sense.
I totally believed you, because that's
Like, seriously, they refer to they refer to harpoons a lot.
Yeah. I can imagine, like, some just undead pirates using harpoons as halberds. I mean, it's kind of the same general shape. And the French did make oak halberds that kind of look like harpoons.
They literally say harpoons. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, apparently that's just terminology,
He's trying to kill my lord, and he's doing a good job. Mainly because Korok's man rippers have been worn down by other units.
Hope you like that over wolf.
I'm hoping that this'll do, but I'm hoping this does more harm than good, basically. Well, I'm hoping this does more good than harm, I'm saying, because engaging this many units with one thing is not usually my style with big units. But I want to surround and kill it, but it's also...
Meanwhile, the deck droppers just shoot into the melee and murder everything.
Yeah, but, you know, Ungor Raiders, and they got routed by Fellbats.
Yeah.
They need... And there's the mass route.
I don't know how I'm going to deal with this, because in my Heinrich Himmler campaign, Musalon just declared war on, I think, Sartosa for some reason. So I'm going to have to deal with pirates eventually. Oh,
So I killed a shit ton of his units, but couldn't win.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm really confused.
mean,
I was able to grind right through his deck. Like, his deck mob did nothing.
Yeah,
but his deckhands with halberds did everything.
Mm-hmm.
His Fellbats got to kill all my Ungor Raiders, which just makes me think if I did if I did the match again, just don't take Ungor Raiders, so that the Fellbats can do nothing.
Yeah, he basically lost all his melee infantry while keeping basically all of his powder safe.
I don't exactly, like, I was in his powder for the longest time, though, is the problem.
Yeah, and you managed to do some damage to a bunch of them and actually kill one, but you didn't do a whole lot of damage, though.
Well, what am I supposed to do? He just gets a bonus to fucking... Like, the Gorbel got involved with halberds, like, very early on, which... I don't know, when the icons are all mixed up, it's very hard to see. Like, basically what I found was the Gorbel, like, I pulled the Gorbel away, and his icon moved to reveal halberds. It's like, why is he so low health? Pulls back, halberds, my old foe, you know, just... It's very weird. And I couldn't do anything about the deck droppers because just I would require to shoot them out of the air.
You didn't have any flak.
Couldn't shoot up.
And now I'm just picturing a German flak 88 being manned by Ungor.
That is the way you do. I don't know if this really did much. Not that, but I took a Totem of Rust, -6 armor. I was expecting some a little bit of, like, one of depth guard. Yeah. This, I imagine, did, you know, it's kind of what it was supposed to do. I mean, that's a lot, you know, 55-meter range, affects allies in range, +8 leadership, 26 melee attack. Like, that's kind of decent.
Yeah. charge bonus, leadership, melee attack.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
you would keep them in the fight longer.
That is some good shit.
Oh, Skaven. Here we go.
Oh boy. Prepare for the trash bag.
I highly doubt anyone but me picks the trash bag. Problem is, do I want to take... I want to deal with his artillery. I bet he doesn't take very many missiles, so maybe Harpy's best for that. I'm planning to deal with a lot of garbage. Not many missiles, though. He's gonna have expendable. I should take expendable. What does he have that I'm gonna have to deal with spears? Like, unit of Gorherd, just for the sake of it. Gorok's Man Rippers, just for the sake of it. A couple of Gorherd, maybe? Well, actually... I don't imagine he's gonna bring... Damn it, didn't mean to do that. But, I don't imagine he's gonna have an assassin. -4 leadership might help. So vigor... Yeah, that's kind of good. I mean, that's while casting Bestial Vigor. Devolve is the one I want. This one I don't care about. Probably a Cygor. This... Nah, just fuck it. I just want him for basically that. Plus 12 leadership. And we're gonna be taking -10. We're already gonna be taking -10 because of that fucking Plague Claw contaminate shit. I've gotta have a big enough front line that he can't fucking wrap around me. Maybe take Razorgore Chariots to punch through and touch the artillery, but I still think Harpies would be best.
Be right back, T.
I don't want to take any Minotaurs because just everyone expects you to take Minotaurs. Cause terror. There we go. Probably this too. Let's see where it goes. I like that the quality looks better. It's hard to do ultra low latency stream without fucking it looking like ass on the end, on the other end. Just because it reduces the quality of the stream in order to have near instant results. Attila the Nun? I wonder how clever he thinks he is. Like, I hope not too much with that. Because that pun is pretty cringy. Oh, I didn't look at the map at all. Fuck. But yeah, this should be fine.
Chaos! Chaos! Das Griff. Course. Dargurth.
Almost instantaneously, I want them on the guns.
This house me.
Spread out the leadership here a bit. Korok's Man Rippers can go wherever suits them.
Managor.
I want a little bit of an overlap. Probably about... Yeah, that'll do. If I want to be optimal to the left. That way it's like that. Yes, okay, cool.
Managor.
Got 3 spells, which is an optimal.
Managor. Husky Dallas.
Another map where you can't really use the, like, can't Vanguard deploy right here, or right here, or right here. Because the Vanguard deployment zone, what's the point of having Vanguard deployment zone if you can't deploy behind, to the right, basically anything like an ambush? Evolve, Mantle of Gorok. I can overcast, he's moving shit around. He's not taking artillery. I guess I'll begin to slowly march at him.
Whoa.
He took rat ogres. Why? Because I'm going to take a lot of infantry, I imagine.
Managor. Attacks. Dalek Boom.
He took Poison Wind Globadiers, but I don't have much large. What's he planning? His line is spread wide, but it's actually not very wide. I could abuse that. By simply spreading my line more, I could kill him. Oh, my hidden units, very hidden. Very hidden, much spook. I could probably chew up those Globadiers pretty fast. Keeping an eye on how he's positioning his slingers. Okay.
Undors. Cargoon. Beastmen. Feos Shaish. Gors. Burr. Zagub Ablaf. Hors. Gors. Soyuz Ak. Gors. Bah. Dark beasts. Quitsack. Rafkar. Rafkar. Horse. Managor. Quidukar. Oh, darn it. Torhit! Fass! Gaboguez! Twilak! Philosoph! Sweat! Boar! Horse! Will! Car's war! Sword! Rafkar! Rafkar! Gorbor Chaos! Slash! Ark! Akashak!
I'm confused by what his plan is.
Snap! Gorbor!
How is he planning to win?
I can't say.
He's just standing there, making hits.
Gorbor! Malagor! Dar Arnu!
What on earth is his plan?
Akashak! Chaos! Lexi Ark! Ark!
And that is Lord Scroll.
War! Angors! Core Chaos!
Best I can do with Lord Skrulk is stay the fuck away from him.
War!
Because Lord Skrulk is going to fight me at every flank. Standing around him is a problem.
Course! Akasak!
Get away from my bubble.
Dark Sea! Black Sun! Stargawas! Red Quell! Cargoon! Mabrani! Par! Quimdog! Par! Quimdog! Par! Quimdog! Quilder! Fail Size! Par! Quimdog! Par! Managor! We your army! Stop! Secret unit! Quimdog! Par! Size! Quill!
Why can't I stop this unit from retreating? Like it literally won't let me control it. It's being terrified by something, but I don't know what. What is terrifying this unit?
Harshaish. Bar.
Yeah, I don't understand what was terrifying it.
Na. Kargum. Lauguma.
No, don't do that.
Ark. Lalu. Kaka.
Yeah, it's really sketchy to. Oh, he had Skaven? And better runners with poison.
Darfridu. Quibdar. Darkar City. Darnet. Bar. Sawashra.
Main thing I'm fighting against right now is just the necromantic book that he has, or the Book of Plague. He is killing my lord with the Liber Babonicus. And I'm taking fire from slingers, looks like.
Now. Lexayak. Nop.
Grace.
Atam Shayi. Beastmen. Dragon Guard. We once more. Gripsack. Back. Kurdos. This house
Now units are acting rather weird in this fight. I don't even think it's terror or anything. They're acting really strange. Maybe it's lag, who knows?
Managor. Quibdar.
Gonna run this dude off into the trees, or at least I would if there were any trees.
Bar.
Gotta keep not.
Quibdar. Yabusus. Chaos Guard.
I take it I'm dying from the Liber Babonicus. Because it just seems like a lot of my units are dying to nothing. So what happened in the losses there? But I was taking a lot of damage from the Liber Babonicus. I didn't... 55, 53... He had gutter runners come in at the end, which by that time most of my units had routed. That was because not from fighting his units, but from just from Lord Skrulk. He didn't take a single bit of artillery. Which I don't get why. It would have worked really well there. Allegor didn't die. He wasn't able to provide his leadership aura, but I don't get exactly what provided. I have to check what Skrulk can take, I guess. Like a screenshot of that, but what the hell? I'm pretty sure Skrulk has a AoE damage aura, which just makes him kind of terrible to fight. Or a pestilence. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't think I took much damage from any of this. I saw Vermintide come out. I don't think I saw...
I am back.
I lost versus the Skaven, but it was a valiant defeat.
Hmm.
I don't exactly get how I lost, though. That was the real confusing bit, is I beat him on all fronts, like in terms of my infantry killed the hell out of him. And I basically was able to surround, and a lot of his missiles basically became the front line very quickly. But I don't understand how I lost. He had the Doom Wheel, which was fine. I dealt with it. He had the Rat Ogres once again. Dealt with them. They weren't like, yeah, they had Frenzy and they took some units with them, but nothing really significant.
I mean, there's still 60 and 70 kill Red Ogres. That's pretty good.
So that's one unit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't amount to the win, is what I'm looking at here. Like, if I take Riot Ogres, those things are 900 per.
Mm.
The thing is he didn't take on our artillery, so my Harpies basically tied up gutter. I thought those were Skaven slaves. Those are apparently gutter runners with slingers.
Huh.
I thought he would take slingers, but not.
Yeah, you took Harpies.
Yeah, they tied up his slingers and killed them. Yeah. That was all.
I'm not saying it's like an inherently bad thing. It's just I don't see those often.
Same thing with his as you can see, his fucking he took poison glow bombardiers. They instantly died to Harpies as well.
Why the fuck would you take those? You have no armor.
Well, he doesn't. What are you talking about? Poison glow bombardiers are anti-large. Malagor didn't die either.
I might be thinking of poison wing globadiers.
Poison wing globadiers are anti-infantry, so you are wrong on both accounts.
Yeah, they're anti-infantry, anti-armor. But if you just want pure anti-infantry without any armor, you take warp fire throwers.
Ooh, you take warp fire throwers.
You shut up.
Just like you.
Iron Drakes.
Well, problem is they require uninterrupted lines of fire. But I don't get how I lost. Like, Malagor didn't die. He didn't even get routed. He actually almost routed and stayed off, and I just kept him off in the distance. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure what I lost to was... Yeah, the thing that routed Malagor, by the way, was the Liber Babonicus, which is his single target, 15-second direct damage, causes damage to combatants, strong versus single combatant. Basically reduced Malagor from full HP to no HP very fast, and he routed. But he didn't route off the map, which means my units didn't take the penalty. They just didn't have his leadership aura. Rod of Corruption is what I think I died to. Which was direct damage, area, only acts on targets when in the area, around self, and affects enemies in range. 11 seconds, 30-meter range, causes damage to combatants, strong versus multiple combatants. It is an AoE damage aura. Which, it's one of the reasons why Skrulk is the main lord to take for Skaven.
I tried to pause you like a YouTube video.
I don't understand what I was supposed to do against that, though. Like, it's just an AoE damage aura, so this is the thing. He has a button. He can press it. Yeah. If units are not around him in a big clump, he doesn't press it. If units are around him in a big clump, he presses it. So what do I do?
Yeah, Cetra has basically exactly that.
An AoE damage aura?
An AoE explosion spell that doesn't damage his own units.
Well, Asaf has the lady bitch has that.
Yeah, she has a poison version. He has the sunlight version.
Yeah, but no, this is 15 seconds of constant damage.
Yeah, that's
This
a
isn't
lot
a
better.
explosion. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about
that's a
because
lot
it's a lot
better.
like the Skaven, like, they have an explosion that doesn't damage units and it boosts morale of units around him. But this is 15 seconds of constant damage.
So now we're scrappers?
I'm pretty sure 666 is the guy that rage quit on me last time I did this.
You have to flat minutes, 8 flat hours. Oh, okay. Hey, wait.
Made a trap.
You got fooled, idiot.
Haha.
The fact that you have no eyes means nothing.
Oh wow, they're just gonna right out.
I imagine that every so often. Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
I have not much anti-large, that is a concern.
Oh, wow.
Is he on his freaking... Don't need this.
Oh boy.
No, actually, let's take that.
Yeah, alright.
What's
I
up?
want to see how this battle goes.
What, high elves?
High elves.
There's
Yeah.
a beastman?
Yeah.
I'm taking a lot of minotaurs with shields. Which they have silver shields. And now he's chaos. So you know what he just did, right? Start
Yeah.
battle, swapped race.
Yeah, and he probably has an army loaded.
Yeah. What a fucking cunt.
Asshole.
Yeah, that's really sketchy. Doesn't have many missiles. I've got to have something to deal with. Armored, lightly armored, or anti-large. 2 Gorbles. More spears, probably. Or no, don't take another unit of spears. Take... I don't have any cavalry. That's about it. Yeah, that was sketchy as shit. That is... He literally sat there on high elves forever. And then hit start battle.
Yeah, and then switched to chaos and probably already had an army like preloaded that he just loaded up. Well, like an army saved that he just loaded up.
When
That's
people hit
really
start
shit.
battle like that, and I already have my army ready, I should have just fucking hit
Hey,
start
this
battle.
map's not so bad.
I should have locked him into high elves.
Yeah, this army's not so bad.
This map.
Map, sorry, my brain.
Yeah, it's really great when I have to march uphill.
Kill count bonus.
Wait, there's a hill. Oh yeah, there's a hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, but also there's a forest for you to vanguard into.
is there? Because just the edge of the map here. And the fact that, you know, I would have to vanguard like most of my army at this
Oh.
point. Hey, look this big hill? I like this big hill.
Yeah.
This big cheaty ass hill.
This map is ass.
So yeah, if I just stand in there and just get trapped, then
Dark Earth!
Yeah, I don't like him readying and swapping races.
Sounds
Yeah,
good, my buff!
we're gonna just take.
Jesus Christ, what's the lag? Fucking hell, like let me command unit.
Greyhound! Kazaa! Zergub Erba!
Okay, what the fuck? I think I'm moving. Okay, I was moving the same unit over and around. Okay, there we go. We'll support the spears with some Gorbles and Beast Lord in the middle. Keep in mind, I have that armor piercing ability that I need to use. Okay, we'll see where this goes, because I've got to get up this hill immediately. I've got to walk, but I'm going to get up this hill. Okay, Marauders. Kolek Sun Eater, there's your first problem.
Oh Christ, there's his win.
Marauders, what do you mean, Kolek?
Shit.
Chaos Sorcerer of Metal. Chosen. Chaos Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes. Came on Marauder Horse Masters.
Every single one!
Okay.
Gold! Soyuz Ark!
Oh my god, what's wrong? Hey,
Yes, go south.
Greyhound! Voss! Uncles!
Chosen? Nope.
Cockle! Freos Shinies! First! Bear! Agas Call! I can say yes. Fall Tracer! Go now!
Okay, I'm gonna try to fucking balance out this shit.
Quill! Doak Ass! Okay! Saw Mushra! Cloven Ones!
Okay, could this battle stop lagging? Like, super fucking hard. That's my main problem right now. Like, it's not fucking that big of a deal. Just, I really, really wish I could get a fight and order some of my units to flank around.
I can't say
Okay,
Purple Quiz! Doak
fight the Chosen. Do it. Fight the Chosen.
Gold!
Flank the Chosen. Flank the Chosen. I can't order my units to do much here. Stupid shit going on. Okay. Korax Manrippers. Walk over to that area. Use the armor piercing on these guys. Leave them ready for a little bit longer. Why, Korax Manrippers, are you engaging in that silliness? Terrified, okay. Oh. Kolek has anti-large and he's armor piercing. He casted Turn Gold on me, which, oh. I just want to get stand by me.
Look out!
Okay, that is a Chaos Sorcerer engaged with a Spear. These are a lot of Chosen. Jesus Christ, just obey the order real fast. I can't fucking... Those hesitations are fucking stupid.
Left claw! Akaska! Dark side! Dagger! Laru! Fagudat! Saris! Sulags! Odostor! Gorborn! Lefka! Quo!
Alright, and it is lagging so hard that it is freezing right now. To my best to dodge that, that's what I thought that was. That was oddly convenient that his unit started moving just as I gave the order. I feel like I got cheesed.
Alright! So that's the Eat Must Die mode!
Like, it's a tough.
Oh boy. Matt! Jackson.
Well, it feels like it's been a year since 54.
Because that was just fucking all chosen. I don't know what to do exactly. Yeah, Marauder Horseman in the back, yeah, I get that. But everything was just chosen in Kolek, and it's like, well, I have a problem against armor, and I didn't take all armor piercing, so I guess I lose. I flanked around the sides, and as you can see, the chosen, you know, got crippled. There was a few chosen that got surrounded, and then there was just... He had a sorcerer that every time he tried to get around to cast a spell, I kept units on him. And he would cast Rain of Metal, which he got some kills off of, but he didn't like get massive clumped units, for example. He just got one unit because he couldn't get anything else.
How to play.
Because I made sure he couldn't get anything else.
Not the deal, Jack. If I hit around on stage, break Jack, that's fine. So you can find all sorts of that are around. Pick up food, bring it back to Jack. Jack, that's what Jack is satisfaction gauge increase. Next out, satisfaction gauge.
Oh god, players.
That bloodlust was not great. You can cast on self or ally.
I don't like this because it reminds me of like that Joe and Seven, that guy from the
Lesson.
yeah. Not a great.
Yeah, Jack's 55th birthday is my favorite holiday. Fuck off.
Right there. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah, angry. Fucking
Now, feed them more, dog.
you're the man now, come on.
I am assuming that Iron Stone says, yeah, awesome.
If they're in that, I actually want to try it again. Just. Take one to there. Yeah. So that's how. Station. So, okay, well then this mode makes a little sense. So it's fucking goofy as shit, though. Testing area 1. Egg check.
Oh, they're in the dark room. They're in like a. Active or whatever.
Look. The door.
His kill, his KG monitor.
Jack! Jack, I'm gonna fade you.
That's definitely intimidating.
Jack, I'm coming.
He's like, oh, that's alright. I'm good. I was playing. Yeah.
Fuck, I didn't mean to do that.
Jack, I'm coming.
Why does Mia have that voice?
Why is the animation the same for everything?
Because they were like, it's fine.
Jack, why do you eat so much food? Because you're able to create biomass out of nothing?
Yeah, not me. Well, I can't believe it. Like, that.
What am I doing?
I don't know.
That's a pretty common question around.
What is this?
What is this? What am I doing? Wooly, what is this?
What are I doing?
I ain't got shit off. Fuck, I missed what it said.
Damn it, I did this to Phil.
No way to check my ranking.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't unlock it. Alright, I'll do it again.
Taking javelins isn't good.
Why did I feel like I did it too fast because my
I mean, taking large, I mean, is good.
that animation, someone needs to cut that out and play it in slow motion.
maybe a little bit.
That's pretty good. I went to a restaurant with a friend yesterday. They had, like, burger de bell. They had, mac and stuff.
I've been there.
75 to a unit, 90 to a unit, 120, 120 to a unit.
Yeah.
You like some fresh fruit?
Well, let's see it. Let's see.
Oh, damn!
I'm worried about being overrun.
From here?
Fuck.
Oh, shut up!
55, 45, Besticore.
Good job.
Marauders are usually 120 to a unit if he takes 6 Marauders, for example.
I'm the best. But I get
Takes 60 Marauder. If he takes 6 Marauders, that's 120 times 6.
better green is garbage. Frankly, I'm shocked. I just can't believe it. I'm gonna need some time to process this. Favorite dish.
So 720 to my not.
Really fucking.
I've got Korvax, Man Rippers, Spears, and like.
Go into that. That's hilarious. You're a whole.
I think I've taken too much anti-large. Why, when I want to get rid of one fucking unit, does it keep on getting rid of the entire army? Like, I get that's clear army, but if I wanted to get rid of one unit, I'd have to individually click. Like, I just want to select multiple units and then be able to get rid of them. God, that fucking sucks. Every fucking time. Anti-large. Anti-large.
I don't even want to do the fucking thing. I just want to hit some guys.
90. No. But yeah, if I take fucking,
Like, I killed him in a couple swings.
if I take Goreherd against his fucking army, he's not gonna have a fun time.
Like, you can do this, but just this. I died. I swung at it, and look, me is embarrassed. That's Jack's 55th fucking birthday.
Oh god, it was such a great party.
Alright, Matt, there's only one more DLC to go until the actual story DLC with Weird Face Redfield is back.
Wait, if I'm using a leader, but this is tough.
It's gonna be tough. Holy shit, be here. He actually plays this for a living.
Yeah. There's also changed a lot of.
Can't tell if he's being patient or he's the worst army creator ever.
For more on that.
But I can't tell if this guy's being patient or okay, yeah, so he was being patient. That's weird, but appreciated.
So the premise.
Wait, did you just laugh at his stupid pun name?
What? No.
Okay, I was gonna say, because seriously, don't give him credit for that one.
What even is his name?
Attila the Nun.
Oh, that's.
Awful.
Yeah, that's.
No, I'm gonna answer that for you, because you can't be trusted. Can't be
No,
trusted.
Yeah, I know I can't be trusted, but that's still fucking terrible. That's dad jokes level of terrible.
Can't be trusted to see terrible things as terrible.
No, but that's so terrible. Even I see that it's terrible.
I'm really sketchy. I'm pretty sure this is the guy that picked. Pretty sure this is the guy that picked fucking that army before, though, that I fought. I don't have a huge front line, by the way. It's only like. Yeah, it's. Not huge. I went for a bit more micro army, but we'll see how it goes. I think I'll definitely win on the flanks. I guarantee you I'll win on the flanks.
See you not win the fight.
Fuck you. Like, I've got Gorbals, they're buffing the units. I've got a Lord.
You got the Poison Warhounds.
That's what I'm thinking is gonna, and they're great weapon Centigores.
I did not catch who you were fighting.
Norska. Your favorite.
Ah. Yeah, okay, I want to see how this goes. Let's sit back, prepare to get my tutorial almost out again.
What? Oh. So you're like me and Coco. You get it, and then it takes so long to goddamn make, and then just gone.
Yeah, it's like I got like it doesn't take that long to make like preparation wise. I'm just like fill the pitcher with fucking water, throw the gallon bag in there, and but then I gotta let it sit in the fridge and steep.
Well,
For fucking
the
like
thing
an hour.
is when I say how long it takes to make, I mean time-wise. Total
Yeah.
time before put in cup sip.
Yeah, put in cup sip for my tea, like an hour. Physical work, like a minute.
I could have fit like another Goreherd in here, but I chevroned. And it's not like they say to make your chevrons worth it, you have to at least take them to silver 1.
Yeah, well, you took them to silver 3.
No, those are gold. There's gold and then there's silver 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Marauders, blah. Marauders is great weapons, Marauders. He's got a huge front line.
Yeah, he is
What's his monsters here? We got Famir Warriors with great weapons. He was expecting a lot of armor.
Yeah, he was. Wait, you take
And there's
great
Wolfric the Wanderer on him. What's up?
You take Famir with great weapons against armor. You take just regular Famir against everything else.
I thought regular Famir were great against armor. Famir with great weapons are great against cavalry.
Regular Famir are good against armor by virtue of just having a lot of damage.
I thought it was having a lot of armor piercing.
Yeah, But like Famir with great weapons have even more armor piercing, so you take
Yeah,
those
but
against
like I
light
told,
armor.
like I tell you in Dota, there's a certain amount of lack of value.
But yeah, like he doesn't get any extra value out of great weapons because you don't have armor, unless he's gonna throw those into the gore bowls, which he might do.
I don't know. He's got my fucking Centaurs and Hounds routing. Because it was just Wolfric the fucking Wanderer and his goddamn mammoth.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
I
that's what.
don't fully know how to deal with that, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything in your army to really deal with that.
I got Korok's Man Rippers. Okay, he's engaged with his units. I'm gonna bring the other units in.
Yeah, he's engaging your Gordon with
Careful, Koroks. Koroks, careful. I want you back. I'm cycle charging with my fucking with my lord on his fucking chariot. He's going.
Here's the eternal challenger.
Well, he's gonna get eternally challenged by some Gorbals.
Here comes the boat. Straight down the line.
Okay, Korok's Man Rippers getting in there and careful.
The Regiment of Renown. Let's do Warhammer. Yeah, it's Warhammer.
Trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, those got those got routed fully. He really wants to fight my fucking...
Standing out in the open.
I don't know if I can kill his Balefang, to be honest. Like, quick enough.
I mean, it's a fairly squishy wizard. It is a little more tanky than the regular, like, the regular shaman.
I need my units to obey my orders now. They would.
Yeah, to the point where he's...
No, seriously, this motherfucker right here needs to go, and I don't know why he's not going. Jesus. So how many clicks that took?
Yeah.
It's right next to fucking Fender is the problem. And I've lost. I don't know exactly how, to be honest. Yeah, I'm confused. Really confused. I gotta see where the numbers went. I know that we had Hounds and Centaurs get, like, the Centaurs did practically nothing.
Mm.
And the Centaurs, the main reason I usually don't take Centaurs, the problem is you have to take Centaurs, otherwise your enemy can just go fast.
First on his mammoth did work.
Yeah, but I love how Korok's Man Rippers, Halberd Infantry against Wolfric did nothing.
Yeah, then you hit the fucking Northskin Ice Wolves.
And Wolfric kicked the shit out of the Gorbel.
Yeah. Oh, we had the Regiment of Renown Famir with Stalk.
I really don't see how that really applies.
Yeah, I didn't fucking see them, but they have Stalk. I think that's the point. Because all I saw was
Wow,
the Famir with great weapons.
that joke was so bad. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I died just a little inside.
Yeah, like your,
I didn't see them.
your units.
Let's see here. So what's the difference between these and these? Okay, so these have From the Mist, Oz's Fear, Sundering Arm. Yeah, yeah. The Mirror Warriors have Sundering.
Yeah, that is another thing that makes them good. Armor piercing, armor sundering.
And magical attacks. By default, I don't get what the ones have that... The ones that are regimented around have stock and terror. And some better stats.
Cold. Oh my god.
Can you shut up? Jesus. Nothing ever warrants saying, oh my god, twice. Ever. If you find a single thing, kill yourself, because I think at that point you're good. Anything ever legitimately warrants, oh my god, I guess your life is over, because you're never going to be surprised by anything ever again. If you find something that says that is legitimate to say, oh my god, twice too, I think you should just kill yourself, because that's it. Your life. You've experienced everything. Meanwhile, a lot of people say, oh my god, for no reason. Why the hell? But yeah, Familiar Warriors, Jesus Christ. Armor Sundering? I had a fairly weak front line. How the fuck was I supposed to take the Mammoth on, though? Of course. This is shadows, right? Okay, so... That's fine. Just what spells do I think I'm actually going to be able to use in the conflict? I don't think he's going to stack up a line of units. God, I hate fucking maps like this. So if I go walking at him, he's just gonna fucking... So if I go walking at him down this valley, he's just gonna go up top. And if I go walking at him up top, he's gonna fucking... It's just such a stupid fucking map. They recreated this map in sand. Which, despite my better judgment, I am taking Minotaurs. Starting really far away from your opponent when fucking artillery is involved.
Set your course.
I love starting really far away from my opponent when artillery is involved.
Angles.
Just try to minimize the amount of time they have, like the amount they have to walk.
Angles. Sois aus. By Simon. Set your course. Dog iron. Circle arbor. Course. Claw. Swore. Gurdaus. Raro. Chaos Girth. Course. Dark Iron. Dark Earth.
Because pretty soon we're gonna be in a firing arc. That's kind of the problem right now. We're gonna be in a firing arc pretty soon.
Undoors. Set your course. Course. Check. Zeus. Slados. First. Force. Caucasian. Cloven ones. Centaurs. Force.
Okay, here we go.
I'm back.
The conflict.
Course.
Oh boy, I seen Necrofax Colossi.
Yeah, I hope you don't like seeing him die.
Beastmen.
Because I'm about to disappoint.
Ravka.
Because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die.
Web. Quell.
There's the fucking Promethean spawn.
He has the Necrofax turned around shooting at the Centaurs.
Yeah. Rotting Prometheans, where the hell can I go with one of these? Penumbral Pendulum might do well. Or not, that's Melkoth's mystifying miasma, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Pit of Shades, if you would kindly. On top of the Death Guard. Don't miscast, please. It worked. Spear her, getting bombarded. Those are depth guard, which is not a good fight for them. Prometheans are going down though. Everything else is going down. What the hell is this? Vampire Fleet Captain of the Deep? More like Vampire Fleet Captain of the Dead, am I right? Anyways. Centaurs ripping up fucking units that they're supposed to. Depth guard getting charged from the behind, right? Yeah, from the behind.
Okay, what's with you and these shitty puns?
That wasn't really a pun.
Okay. Yeah, it's well played.
There was no bees.
Yeah.
There was no bees. There's no behind. What do you mean? There's no wordplay there to speak of.
It's behind.
Yeah, did I say bee? Like, I was just saying behind. Like, announcing it. What's the difference? Referring to bees. There has to be bees for it to be wordplay.
True.
Like if I was going, oh, the bees! Well, I guess he really is behind the curve. And anyways, kill Count Noctilus on his giant ship. And use Melkos Mystifying Miasma, which is a good single target ability that just suffocates him.
Yeah,
Use Bloodlust on them, give them more armor piercing. Get my lord in there, boost some morale. Centaur's routing, which is to be expected. That is just deckhands mobs, so I'm going to leave them to it, if I don't mind. What the hell's going on here? Gore herds, and they're not happy with the fight. Okay. They're not happy with the fight they're in. Actually, we'll just let them walk. Let them stand there. They're fine. Pull you out. Put you in. My sorcerer is fine, as you can see. He's very happy. My Minotaurs are somehow losing to a great weapon unit. I mean, to a... I don't get how my Minotaurs are losing to a unit that's large, but, you know, like you do. Hopefully he keeps on trying to chase that unit. Because the Gore Bull's gonna go fucking up here and go, X gonna give it to you. Lower his attack, his melee attack and defense. Hopefully this thing stops being so good at hitting me at some point. Because it's not, and the depth guard are not dying. They really need to. Other Centaurs, if you could kindly. Oh, I dodged his Pit of Shades. By accident. I mean, completely on purpose. Totally esports skills. Like, seriously, that was weird. His Vampire Lord right here just totally got wrecked by me moving my units constantly. Okay, give more armor piercing to the Gore Bull, I imagine? Nah, let's give it to my Lord. And as soon as he gets up, which once again, this is the second time I've seen a Gore Bull get knocked down, I'm not happy about it. Anyways, his Vampire Lord's fleet captain's dead. Oh, the Deep. Then who the hell? Oh, it must be Count Noctilus.
Yeah, Noctilus is caster.
Yeah, but he had Shadow, of all things. Get in there. That's gonna give it to you. What up? By the way, fun fact, melee duelist. He's a melee duelist, so he's really good at killing other lords. The Beast Lord is.
Yeah, it's really telling that Krell manages to throw more units around than your Thorbolt does.
By the way, why is this fight taking longer than it is?
His Thorbolt, instead of killing the units, most of the time he's just throwing them away.
No, but where the hell is the enemy's units besides... Like, are you serious? This deckhand mob, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
How are they, how are they perfect morale, though?
I mean, I think it's specifically because they're the deckhand mob that came out of the Necrofex Colossi.
But the morale was perfect.
That might just be an effective Necrofex Colossi abandoned ship.
Anyways, I didn't get to save it because I had a timer there, but... You saw it. It was weird.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was a weird
That
fight.
beat,
Well, no, I just meant the fight in general. The fight was weird.
Oh, yeah.
So, the only reason why these took so much damage, I have to imagine, is because these guys must have been... Like, these guys were fighting... They were fighting a unit of Gorher. I mean, they were fighting... Yeah, they were fighting... Where's Koroks? Did I not have Koroks Man Rippers there?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Anyways, so these were fighting a unit of Gors, a Gorbull, and my Beast Lord. So I brought the Minotaurs with great weapons over to fight Count Noctilus, who was the giant ship Leviathan thing, the Necrotech Colossus somehow. But I figured these would be practically untouched by the Depth Guard with halberds. Because, you know, they're fighting all these other units. So
Yeah,
he must have ordered them to fight the great weapons, the great weapon Minotaurs, which then somehow these were able to not break morale-wise from being attacked from behind and from the front, and still deal that much damage to the Minotaurs. Even Chosen break when being attacked from behind. Break! You know, just break. Unit. Break. Please. That was... I honestly was worried about that quite a bit. Like that fight, but... Also, I never noticed his handguns. I imagine that was because of these guys. Which... This is me. Look, Mom. Look. I use Senegors properly.
Yeah, like I noticed, he had both the Necrofex Colossi and the handgunners turning around to shoot at the Centaurs.
Yeah, but to be fair, when this one on the side, when this one fired on these from close up, it hit them and hit them pretty hard. Like, I don't agree with him firing at them when they were far away, but when they got close, he was able to just shotgun blast them in the face. Which took off a significant chunk. But these guys didn't get to do anything because they were unprotected. These guys fought Gorherd and lost because they're halberds. And these guys, you notice it lists pole arms.
Yeah.
Usually it lists halberds. Like, I don't think it usually says pole arms.
Yeah.
And they do make references to their harpoons.
I mean, polearm is...
I know it's any term for a halberd is a polearm, a fucking
halberds, poleaxes, I already said.
I don't know. It's actually, I'm pretty sure. A trident is a polearm.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, depth guard 56. You know what's not good? You know what's not good for depth guard? 56 kills.
Yeah, considering depth guard with halberds, 129.
Well, those are the regiment of renown.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't understand why, like, depth guard, really good, great. But they didn't. I'm also playing as Beastmen. They don't have any armor to deal with.
Yeah. I mean,
And
that is the correct version of
look,
Depth Guard.
I took the wrong thing. Look, look, look. You're not supposed to take Minotaurs. They're bad.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, everybody expects you to take Minotaurs, and that's why you don't take Minotaurs, because they're bad, but... Gave Noctilus a whooping. Gave this fucker a whooping.
I mean, if he was gonna take Depth Guard, he did take the right version, because they have dual hand axes and they frenzy.
Well, there's only this one and that one. Like,
Right.
there's halberds, there's this one, and then there's this.
Yeah.
Right version. I mean, he had a choice between 3.
Yeah.
Renown, Depth Guard, and Depth Guard with halberds.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying-
this was the right choice of Depth Guard even. The right choice was none. I don't think he should have taken Depth Guard to be even this. I don't know. It might be something like Korok's Man Rippers where you always take the Regiment of Renown. I don't know how Korok's Man Rippers would have done against Noctilus. I took Minotaurs instead with great weapons, which are the anti-large version.
Yeah.
I don't know how well they would have done. I thought he was going to take a lot of powder. What is with people and it's like powder. Powder. Like, seriously, you know what? Next game I'm playing fucking vampire counts. These people need to learn that it is the I have it on fucking Imager. Where the fuck is it? People need to learn how to play vampire counts. Yes, I need the hidden one. Yes, the hidden one. Tau Empire of the Broadside Battlesuit.
Yeah.
What? What the hell's his name?
Who?
Oh, X and T S. Hi.
Well, you know.
He's gonna take one of the most shielded factions against fucking the most missile faction. Great. Anyways, not death.
He was still on Beastmen, so I was fucking confused when you said that.
Deeps. I don't usually use spells. This is confusing for me.
Yeah, their lords are pistols or polearm. That's really weird.
Those are all pretty good.
But then there's your girl.
I just use her because she's...
She's
I
not
don't
a
like lores of fucking anything.
She's not a mermaid.
Not a mermaid.
Not a mermaid.
Okay, so let's teach him how to do this.
And I believe she says that towards Norskin specifically because it's a specific Norskin legend that says she's a mermaid.
So he's gonna take silver shielded infantry. These guys have this shield breaker, men at minus 24 missile parry with shield.
Yeah.
Now excuse me while I provide Carronade and Queen Bess probably. What do I really need?
Yay.
I might take off Queen Bess. Might be. Tomb Kings usually takes a lot of archers. I have no halberds for if he goes big Tomb Kings. What's the difference between these? I need to take a look. Enrage.
So Nameless invited me back to her channel after she renamed it and said Silverhawks has just arrived. Seems OP, please nerf.
That's Discord.
Yeah, I know. It's just that one specifically.
What do you think? Any? Oh, you don't really know this army.
Nope.
Cackle fruit. Cackle fruit I really don't think is useful.
Cackle fruit? What the fuck?
It's basically a tar pit and a bomb.
Oh, that's bizarre.
70. It says 70 meters and target 70 meters.
Yeah.
Dead eyes. That's
Powerful
fine.
explosion, minus 48% speed.
Yeah. What am I gonna minus the speed of in Tomb Kings?
Yeah, that's a little redundant. They're already super slow.
I'm
Oh,
just.
hey, it's the pigeon plucker pendant.
What are you talking about?
You could, on your caster, one of the items you can take is the pigeon plucker pendant.
I don't. Why is that there?
I don't know. What does it do?
-5 attack, melee attack,
Yep.
but that's not. That's not
Fucking
usually
terrible.
what that. Oh, target if flying unit. That's why it's terrible.
Yeah, that's why it's fucking terrible. It's air only.
Deck gunners. I'm trying to think. Anything else? Deck gunners. I think that's about it.
Ooh, heartburn.
Fuck it, let's try this. I'm really skeptical of how well this is gonna work. To be honest, because our army is very standstill and let them come at us, and I'm scared.
Legendary renown unit at the end.
The one's the
Not
halberd
legendary
one,
halberd.
and then the other one's Queen Bess.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if that was Queen Bess. I knew the other one was the halberd depth guard.
That's honestly the. I'm thinking just I need more of a line, but I don't know. I got 6 units, 3 of which are swords, and 3 others with a halberd. So
Yeah.
this is not my typical line, but it's what on earth is this map?
Gunners!
What on earth is this map?
Lustria.
Yeah, I hate this place. This is Vietnam.
Yeah, that's it.
Because you get fucking ambushed everywhere. Seriously, have you ever gone into Lustria? It's fucking mostly
I
ambushed.
played the Lizard Man. I was the Vietnamese.
Yeah, stop being the Vietnamese, you fucking Vietnamese.
Oh.
On deck!
Carnage.
We serve!
What the hell's the other help? I mean, this one. Because yeah, I want them interlocked.
Powder wet!
Which I'm gonna pull these back, and then I'm gonna spread out this line. I kinda don't care where the Bloody Reavers go. I kinda do, kinda don't. We'll hold them back in reserve. Leadership needs to be on them. Gunnery Whites, you need to add this.
Oh, that's a Gunnery White. I thought that was a caster.
Gunnery White.
Gunnery White.
Crew, attend! Aranessa! Attend
And yeah, I'm gonna lock them for now, and I'll be ready to unlock them.
Above deck!
2
Gunners!
cannons. Queen Bess. Well, put her in there. Don't put him in the group, otherwise he runs out there with his musket.
Your orders?
Hi guys, and you have this, which I don't get why Enrage gives you 44% damage resistance.
Because they're so mad, they ignore the pain.
Gunners!
That's not how that works.
I mean,
Undead!
Oh, Queen Bess has already started firing. Where are you firing though, my love? There, I see. Fire at that, preferably. Queen Bess, pull back.
Yeah.
I mean,
She lost
wiped
half her
out-
health to one shot, dude.
Ooh.
You're
Yeah,
not
boom.
paying attention.
Let me know I just saw it. If 5 seconds behind, remember?
No. I choose not to.
Yeah.
Choose not to.
Just fucking saw her eat half a unit of skeletons.
Captain! On way!
You guys need to actually fire. Meanwhile, that fucker's chasing the Queen Bess. Let me just keep her running then.
Yeah. Go.
I don't know why it's continuously chasing the Queen Bess. You're fine, right? Wait, why are you crumbling?
Come on.
Why are you crumbling?
Because it has no morale.
Yeah, but why the fuck does it... Why did it lose morale from getting shot once?
Units lose morale if they take a massive amount of damage in a short period of time.
Well,
Regardless of
stop.
situation.
Still getting shot at!
Soon.
Jesus Christ! I am losing a fucking battle here. With fucking trying to... I'm making these more accurate and shit.
Yeah. Bone Giants have trouble with left or right, so yeah, keep that thing moving left or right instead of straight back.
It doesn't matter anymore. Because it's firing. Like, that's it. It's killing my cannons now. Like, seriously, it's just killing my cannons now. Doesn't matter. I had to save the morale on that thing, and what the hell? Are you guys already? Yeah, all their cannons are destroyed. Wow, they just suck versus fucking Tomb Kings. Just outperforming. Do any good versus fucking normal? No, unlock. There we go. Spread thin.
Shambling dogs, move!
More ammo. Enemies coming. I don't know how the hell we're gonna win this when most of our artillery gets instantly wiped out in the first 5 seconds. Seriously, that was ridiculous. There goes Queen Bess.
Yes, sir.
Because the giant has stupid amounts of accuracy. How am I supposed to deal with that? Exactly. I don't understand. Retreat back, please.
On the way.
Group.
Wise move.
Charge in that general direction. Yeah, how the fuck? Seriously, that wiped out my cannons in no time flat. That was not what I would call a fair engagement.
Queen of Tides.
Net those fuckers.
Bonding
That way they
action.
don't get to do anything.
Ha! A proper fight.
Ready!
So what do I do? Do I send my units out or what?
At once!
Maybe I can march toward the bone giant and it won't notice?
Find me plunder. That's an order. Cut their chips. Combat.
Because I don't imagine my units are gonna win versus his, because they're usually zombies or shit.
Watch me see, father.
Give them the buff, I guess.
Finger
Gunnery White, how you doing? You do have a grenade.
What?
Yeah, and
Charge!
the depth guard are being torn apart by arrows.
Blood on the sand!
From the bone giant.
Attack!
And the enemy I'm fighting is healing.
Tremble faster!
Yeah, Realm of Souls.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Gunnery wide.
Grenade out. Come on. There you go. You kind of I wanted you here, but whatever. Aim your shit the worst place possible.
Killing targets!
Are you guys firing?
Moving.
Ah, yes, awesome.
Come on. Shoot. Gunner your wide if you could. Run over here. I don't know what the hell we're gonna do exactly. He wiped out 90% of my army in the first 5 seconds.
Off deck!
There goes his bone giant, but too little too late, basically. I don't imagine they'll be able to save it because it's gonna crumble to death. Let's see. I don't know. Aranessa, if you could keep fighting on, that'd be great.
Okay. I'll order it.
Stop Nekaharans from fighting. There we go.
Kill him, lads.
Get me in range! Move it! From souls! Die! Attack! Go! Nurture! Soon I need flesh.
Aranessa.
Did it crumble to death?
Cutthroats.
Looks like it.
Swords out.
So yeah, cannons, Queen Bess,
Yeah.
instantly killed at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what I could have done, really. I pulled back the Queen Bess, fired on the giant with the cannons, which the cannons are the single target armor piercing sort of deal. That I don't know. And there's not really better infantry I have, to be honest. Like if you know, if it's a line fight sort of situation. And yeah, he did what's called small Tomb Kings. He took Bone Giants and Great Bow Bushapti. That is small Tomb Kings.
Yeah.
I love how I do that and I run into the guy that's playing Tomb Kings.
Yeah.
The guy, the one, the single guy.
Nehekaran warriors putting in work.
Zombies, dude.
Yeah.
Putting in work.
Putting in.
I mean, man, that unit got 1,000 kills. Oh, was it up against zombies? Yes, it was.
Yeah. I mean, slightly better than regular zombies, but still zombies.
They have 20 melee attack and 20 melee defense. Like, if you want to compare stats, they're not that great. Also, yeah, that's actually something interesting. Remember, we saw Sartosan auxiliaries in multiplayer. But, yeah. See? Melee attack 17, melee defense 15. Compared to vampires, which have melee attack 5, melee defense 6. Better. Air quotes. But yeah, if I go to Pirates of Sartosa, we actually have Sartosa Free Company. Meanwhile, if we go to vampire counts, we do not have militia. Man, that's just rough. I don't understand. It's like, okay, maybe it's destroying the Queen Bess because the Queen Bess is such a big unit, right? Immediately decrews my cannons. Right? Like, fucking, I'm sitting there just like, oh, it's like, okay, fair enough. Maybe the Bone Giant is supposed to kill big units, so it kills a huge-ass cannon. That's okay, maybe that's it. Like, I'd prefer it not take so much damage from each shot, but I guess it's supposed to prevent your artillery. I mean, just imagine it's protecting other units. Then I'm just like, okay, Carronade, get on that Bone Giant. Bone Giant stops walking towards the Carronade, fires on the Carronade, destroys the Carronade, decrewing them immediately. Not destroys one cannon, not hurts them to the point where they die. No, he destroys only the cannons. Not the people behind it. Cannons. Do they still have full men? Yes, they have full men. Destroys specifically the cannons. Nothing else. It's like, why does this Bone Giant have eagle eyes? Like, what is that garbage? He has eagle eyes. He's not like the Ushabti who literally have eagle eyes. I don't understand. I don't understand, man. That was just retarded. I don't understand. That hurt my brain. Like, if you're playing as Beastmen, you don't, and you know, your units are supposed to move fast. You don't immediately see the enemy move faster than you do. In Vampire Coast, I'm supposed to be shooty. I didn't have a lot of fucking powder. I had a front line still, but I just instantly lost 3 units. There wasn't a period at which I could pull them back effectively. Because eagle bows have a long range, and so does the Bone Giant. The only reason why the Bone Giant was so close was because he was chasing the Queen Bess. So I have to ask, what is Vampire Coast supposed to do against that? Was I supposed to charge out and meet the Great Bows, or what? Because if I meet the Great Bows, I can't shoot. Am I not supposed to use powder? Is that Vampire Count? Is that like Vampire Coast? Am I supposed to... Is that the multiplayer meta? Am I not supposed to use powder? Is powder really bad because everyone knows you're going to use powder? Is it a Minotaur situation? I'm going to try the Vampire Coast again, but I'm not quite sure of what went on there. Our pseudo Cav, I know, is this fucking Morngul's dude. No, we're not taking Luther Harkin. What are the abilities of the... the spells of the deep? That does no damage. Fog of the Damned. .90 accuracy. ground 200 meters? Like, I don't actually have, like, this is all of my infantry. I don't have a great choice for infantry that isn't just garbage clog. Take some sirens. Maybe they'll help with their bewitching. Hand cannons are essentially shotguns, or yeah, hand cannons are essentially shotguns. They have a bunch of shields though. Deck gunners, so like 2 deck gunners. Let's go for 2 deck gunners, couple shotguns. Do we want to take the black spot? Minus leadership is not going to help us. Black spot has charge defense against large foes and anti-large. That's interesting. We will take a couple Moringulls. And I think that's it. Zombie pirate gunning mob? Nah, there's one, I think. Any spells I can take off of you? Causes damage to combatants map-wide. Kiss of the Deep. Interesting. Huh. Sartosa is one of the cheapest lords you can take, basically. Because she doesn't have all that fucking magic and shit. Wait, why do the Tide of Skajold have Rowdy and Frenzy? Weird. Let's take them anyway. Let's see how this goes. I'm up against High Elves. I gotta get something to eat. I really do.
You're up against the Shadow King.
High Elves.
Yeah, but specifically the faction that has the one guy voiced by the smart one of Zack and Cody.
Cody?
Cody, yes. Why can't I remember that, but you can?
I watch the show a lot.
I did too.
No, I don't know. I tried to give you an out. Sorry.
Like, this is useless
I tried to give
information. I should know.
I tried to give you an out. Sorry.
Like, it's totally useless information. I should remember that.
I just don't get what the fuck, like, 90% of these maps are.
Garbage.
Okay, what the fuck is this map? I better start up here, or I'm mad. Because if I start down here, we have a problem, CA. CA didn't give me a key to play the vampire accounts early. I'm mad. I forget what game I actually was able to tick that I received this product for. Oh, Stories, Tales of Destinies, I think. With that confusing ass title, I was able to tag that I was received this for free, and I gave it a review that I did not recommend it, and explained in detail why. It's like, I was like, yeah, it starts out really great, like it's really charming, and then you start seeing bugs, and then you start seeing the limitations of like, once you find the right answer, there's no reason to go back and find the other answers that are wrong. Because I don't know about you, but I don't like the game screaming in the face, ha, wrong, just wrong, yep, you're wrong. Like, cool, but I thought this was about seeing the outcomes of the other choices. Wrong! You're just wrong. Sirens, which I'm pretty sure the AoE of their effect. What, I don't get to see the... I guess it's anything they're hitting? Are you even good at hitting things? No. You have some armor piercing.
Powder, wings, gunnery mob.
No, I meant to select
Up on deck.
all of them. All of them? All of them. All of them? All of them. Mourngulls, get on the flanks, you weird vampires that are dead, that you have half a body and you keep eating things because you're hungry. I don't understand exactly what the fuck is up with you guys. I should mix up these halberds with the deckhands, that way I can fucking... That way the enemy doesn't just respond to one area with halberds. Okay. Group you in there too. Group you.
Apparently Morgulls are just created by random coalescence of winds of magic, just randomly reviving corpses filled with spite and malice.
So why are they half corpses? Thus making them so dangerous because they're hungry all the time and they keep on eating but it keeps them falling out of their body. Why are they half corpses?
A monstrous razor-thin shadow of cold flesh and cracked bone with a gaping maw, little teeth, and a cavernous stomach that hangs open like a dread. Driven by famine and pain to hunt their own companions and former friends for their meat and the warmth of their blood, there is no salvation for these damned souls. The horrors in which they indulge cannot save them, and they become things neither dead nor alive, condemned to an eternity of empty hunger and terrible isolation.
You know, unless they join the vampire coast.
Yes.
Then they have friends. Friends. Okay, so he has some bolt throwers. I actually didn't bring in any artillery.
Oh god, I know what these things are. They're fucking Warhammer Wendigos.
I kind of am not a fan of Wendigo lore, at least from what I know from that stupid fucking visual novel that calls itself a game.
I fucking said it again.
Didn't even... I have no idea what you're referring to.
It's really, really bad luck to say that. And it gets worse the closer you get to winter.
Wendigo, 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 Wendigo.
See, you're further north than me, and that means you're extra fucked.
I don't care. My luck already sucks. Life has cursed me enough, I don't give a shit. So my artillery is getting destroyed again by other people's artillery, by the way. I love seeing my artillery get destroyed.
Consolation, your dad will be the first to die.
That isn't any consolation.
As you devour him.
But I want to die.
I don't think that'll change much.
I want to die.
Always cruel.
You hear that, YouTube? I want to die.
Fights.
So yeah, I guess we have to walk at them. That is currently our only option. Because their artillery is better than our artillery. Which, remember, we're the artillery faction.
Yeah.
Their artillery is better than our artillery.
If you see their lord, like, appearing randomly, like, in your backlines, it's an illusion.
Okay.
Heads up.
Okay. I'm more worried about their non-illusionary fire up my ass.
Yeah, that too.
They are artillery that's, you know, grape-shotting me right now.
Yeah.
Gunners.
That's the one thing I do love about high elf artillery.
Do love. I mean, you have professed a love for them a lot. So, you act like there's not something you don't love.
Oh, question. Can carronades fire grape shot?
Nope.
Oh.
Like, I'm pretty sure that they have an ability that they're granted. But it's like a campaign ability. Okay, so I have been shot to shit before I even got close to the enemy.
High elves in a nutshell.
Yeah, but I'm supposed to be shooting them.
Blood and salt. Fleet Admiral.
Those are hand cannons. Keep in mind, I'm supposed to be shooting them.
Yeah. Well, you pitted a shooty race against a shooty race.
Yeah, but isn't this my thing? Like, what do you mean? Tomb Kings were apparently a shooty race.
Always
Like, who in this game isn't a shooty race that, like, at this point, like, what is the point of this race? Everyone's shooty except for them. Like, what is their whole point? We already had a million shooty races. Like, it makes sense in the campaign because you just pour fire into everything and it's like, yeah, pouring fire. This doesn't make any sense.
on the way.
Meanwhile, he's chasing around my Morngulls with spears because why wouldn't he? Okay, fuck you. I'll just grab your goddamn artillery. You want to protect your archers. Which his artillery can't fire anymore, so I might as well.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They're not going to take the smartest path. I was like, there we go. I forgot that they're not going to take the smartest path there. They're going to go right through everything. No. There. Then there. No, there. Fuck. Stop.
Stop.
Go here. Go there.
Go. Go on way.
Well, I used Morngulls. And it routed some white lines.
Up on deck. Captain.
Still waiting to win this.
Overboard.
See ya. Have some crustaceans.
That's on you.
They love you. They want to give you a big fishy kiss. Has some crustaceans. Horngulls, do what you can, you bastards. Seriously, why are all my fucking... Every one of my fucking units of ranged are fucking getting routed. Okay, you get in there. You get in there. You get in there. You get in there. You... Can you start shooting these guys, please? Thank you.
Good.
He has a high mage. And there's all his cavalry.
Pandex.
I was waiting, like seriously, I thought he would have cavalry, and he did. He waited ages to deploy it. That is... I'm sorry, but those ranged are protected by halberds.
On way.
So are those zombies. You are literally charging...
Die.
You are literally charging silver helms into... What are you doing?
Fleet Admiral.
What if I spawned a unit of crabs behind you?
Arise to my dominion. No more delays. Dark hex. At last.
What the hell? Oh, that's the lord of his army, I
Don't
take
stop.
it.
With haste. And going. By your word.
What in the hell? Cast, damn you.
Powers of the deed. Of course. Lurching. No more delays.
Okay, you
don't
need to...
object.
I get that you have a pistol. Fuck your pistol. God, that's so goddamn dumb that they just... Like, yeah, they have a
Blood
pistol.
magic.
I don't care. Stop firing the damn pistol.
Arise to my dominion.
You're a lord. I don't need you firing a pistol. Thanks.
We serve.
Charge! I'll cut them. No quarter. A curse on you! Die! Charge! Fleet Admiral!
Ah! Die.
Fleet Admiral! I'll cut them!
Overboard.
All aboard! Fleet Admiral! Powers of the deed! Move, you dogs! No quarter! Pistols loaded! Dark hex! They shall fall! Die! Sparta! At last! Enemies quail!
Seriously, what is the point of this race if I get outshot by everyone?
Destruction awaits!
I don't understand. Like, that was ridiculous. Most of my army got shot to pieces before I could close, because guess what? They're more shooty than me. I was like, oh yeah, let's outshoot the enemy. Then I was told to go fuck myself. Wow, each of the Mongols got 37 kills each. Exactly.
Dude.
But look at this. That should not be happening. Just shot to fucking pieces. As fucking Vampire Coast. None of my shooting units get to fucking shoot because everything outranges them. What am I supposed to do? Like, as the shooty race, shouldn't I be able to stand and shoot somebody? Because at that point I had to run up and shoot them, because you know why? My deck gunners that have the longest range of all my units, that at least for ground infantry anyways, they were getting outshot by the enemy's artillery. They could shoot the artillery, but they were being outshot by them. Even though they were in like a wide formation, mind you. You know, that whole grape shot, it comes down. Wide formation. Like, they were hitting like 3 deck gunners at best. Every time they did a volley. Well, at least I'm not this idiot complaining about fucking his units not shooting his vampire counts because he doesn't understand that powder can't shoot through something. Jesus Christ, somebody's blowing you up.
It's nameless.
Oh, there was one post and then there was 2.
Yeah. I'm gonna go hop on her server's voice channel.
That was me leaving the call. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do against if he has demigriffs. I really don't. Bog them down and shoot them. Multiplayer crossroads. Alright, so you make multiplayer versions of maps because you know they're broken, then why do you fucking make maps with giant fucking hills? And where the other person spawns down at the bottom to run at them. Run up that hill at them.
Backhands. Corpse crew. Backhands. Fleet Admiral. Enemies, Guile. Gunners. Powder wing. Yeah. Zombies! Bones and flesh. We serve! Landslobber! Gallery mob! Gunners! Gallery mob! We serve. Corpse crew. Undead. Landlubber. Gunnery white. Archman. Powder west. Always crew. We serve. Bones and flesh. Sea prey. Zombies. On way. Sea prey. Fleet Admiral. Landlubber! Moving! Gunnery mob! Gunnery wild! We serve! We serve! Zombie! Backhands! Get him! Not my shooter! At once! Go! Unscared! On way! Attack! Fight! Gunners! Blinding targets! Gunners!
Fleet Admiral! Move, you dogs! Blood magic! Don't with haste! No quarter!
All up! Yes, Captain! Above deck! Need flesh! Sea magic!
That was a weird one. He tried to form two separate armies to attack me, thinking that I wouldn't fire on both? I don't understand. One was full of almost completely spears, and the other one had all the great weapons and the halberds and stuff that I actually want to kill. I don't understand. good fight. But yeah, just less infantry, more guns. It helped he was so far away. Helped that he didn't bring any artillery whatsoever. Helped that he held back with his Empire Knights so politely. Those Reichsguard? Empire Knights, okay, I was gonna say. But yeah, I had some clog. Like, I had some stuff to stop him from, not exactly stop him, but to stop him from touching the artillery. I just kept the artillery in the front. When it came for a time for it to die, I let it die, but that could have been a poor decision. Well, it was a poor decision. I just, after they were caught, I was like, if I micro them back, are they really going to survive? Like, I didn't think I would be able to pull them. Once they were engaged in the front line, when I realized that, hey, they're still in the front line, I was like, they're probably dead. I didn't notice them take out my mortars, however. I think they moved up to meet his armies and thus got caught. Man, I got pretty salty these Vampire Coast games. Anyways, that'll be it.